everyone.
I'm really glad that everyone likes the music that I found, because I really like the music. Fun fact, how you find good music is you go onto Epidemic Sound and you type in the best keywords that you can come up with. For me, those keywords were adventure.
Oh.
That was
it.
And then
right, okay, all right.
And
was this the top result? Did you put any effort into
You're both so loud.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
I
think we're just so excited about
I'm
Emily's top
excited
tips
about the music.
and being a content creator. Yeah.
About search tips, search engine tips, you know.
We are here live on YouTube. Hogan, we are not live on Twitch. You're not allowed to stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And we've never done that before, and no one's ever seen us do that before, so it's absolutely fine. And we've decided to give YouTube a go and see how we do. And so thank you all for being here. This is a bit of an experiment for us to see how YouTube does. But we've got a lot more followers or subscribers, I guess, on YouTube than we have followers on Twitch.
Get the lingo, Bates. Don't be showing us up with our using the wrong terms and really that. They don't know what they're talking
about. We are here today, and we are going to be playing a brand new TTRPG called Mappa Mundi. It's not even out yet. It's on Kickstarter.
It's so new, it doesn't exist.
It's so new,
Hot
you don't
off
even know.
The presses.
Have I got a link? I do have a link. Here you go. You can find out more about Mappa Mundi over on their Kickstarter. It is a TTRPG all about exploration and ecology and interacting with nature and the world around in this wonderful setting that they've put together.
I've been led to believe that if a fight breaks out and I run away from it, that's actually the right thing to do in this game.
You are allowed to do that, Shamini.
Am I still super loud?
No, you're fine. No.
We're quiet compared to the epic music that Emily.
Oh right, we
apparently
got a bit over enthused about the music. Okay, fair. Yeah.
I'm going to go on my OBS rant. I really love OBS. I think it's a great bit of software. Its audio levels are so wrong.
Oh, I can never tell.
It's a lie. All these bars, I just don't believe them at all.
It's a lie.
Is that better? The music and the levels?
Let us
Are we
know,
all happy?
friends.
The IKEA hat from Fiona is a choice that Fiona has made.
Hey, hang on. I came into this going like, okay, this is the first time I'm probably dressing up, and I was like, Charmy's going to do really well. What have I got in my wardrobe? And I've gone, this, and that's it. I think I've nailed it.
I think it's perfect.
I think it's perfect.
Does IKEA exist in the world of Mappa Mundi?
No, I think it does now.
No,
it does
IKEA
now.
is a small
George, call
island.
us. We'll do our IKEA supplement. Let's go.
IKEA is a small IKEA is a small island, and we can say that maybe you two have visited it, but we don't know who your characters are yet, so why would they have visited it? We'll get to that. Mappa Mundi is created by 3 Sales Studios, who I believe are in chat. Hello. And if you have questions about the game and you're interested in the game, tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time, we will be chatting to one of the creators of Mappa Mundi, George from 3 Sales Studios. And you can come along, and it'll be here. It'll be on YouTube. And you can come along and ask George loads of questions about this game. I've got some questions lined up already. They're maybe not that hard-hitting, but, come along. Let's do some journalism, live journalism.
Hard-hitting TTRPG journalism,
or
transparency.
All the really cool creatures they've created. And the setting. The setting is really quite beautiful. I really like the lore and the effort that's been put in. They've done a lot of work with I didn't look up the word, people from the cultures that the different regions are based on. So they've had a lot of cultural advisors come in to help them building these worlds that are based on different regions in our world. And it's been really good, I think. From what I've read as well, I'm obsessed at the moment. So
heck yeah.
I'm gonna calm down, but we'll jump into it. Also, hi, we're the RPGeeks. I don't think I said that because I was excited.
You might not have said that. You got a bit of enthused.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hi.
This is Fiona.
We're the RPGeeks, and this is an all geeks all the time stream of just geeks, which is very exciting.
Just the 3 of us. No one else to fall back on.
It's gonna be nice and cozy and friendly and welcoming.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it'll be lovely.
It's going to be great. And the other thing we should say is, as you're watching, 3 Sales Studios have been very kind and have sent us some advanced artwork from the book that has not been released yet. Ooh. So if you are watching, you will be some of the first people to see the artwork if I click the buttons in OBS right. So it's a little bit tied to my technical skills.
It's a new thing for everyone.
But with that all being said, can people hear the music? Because OBS is telling me that the music is basically non-existent. So chat, if you let me know if you can hear the music, we'll begin. because I love the music I found, and everyone seems to like it. Heck yeah. You guys, I think there's a delay.
We're on like a 20-second delay.
I just listened and I couldn't hear the music. But
okay, cool. I'll turn it up a touch, just a
touch, but
no music. See, there is now there is a bit of music. Okay, so hopefully, that means if at any point, just pop it in the chat if you can't hear or you can hear.
Don't worry. I think with my character, I can be louder, so that's not a problem. So
I'm not worried about you two and volume level. Cannot hear it. I've turned it up, but I don't know where. Oh, I don't know about the delay. This is.
Delay.
I think YouTube's
it's about
delay
20
might
seconds.
Be
Don't panic.
Yeah,
I think it is longer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
About 20 seconds.
All right. Shall we enter the world of Mappa Mundi?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We begin our story in the Republic of Letnitsa. It is home to knights and dragons and the creatures of fairy tale and legend. Founded 500 years ago, it has been a place of hard-won peace. However, the fault lines exposed by the suddenly changing world due to an event known as the Flux threaten to return the Republic to chaos and disarray. Letnitsa's river plains are one of the great wonders of the natural world. Rolling foothills give way to expansive grassy plains as far as the eye can see. Settled within these plains is the proud city of Njevod. And this is where our two chroniclers of the Mappa Mundi Institute are heading towards. But before we get there, I think we should have a little montage of your journey and the wildlife you might have spotted along the way. We will begin, and forgive me for using sort of video language for this, on a close-up of a bird's nest in a tree. And sat within it is a big fluffy chick with grey and white feathers and a sort of a big orange beak. And in the background of the shot, we see two figures who are slightly out of focus approaching. As the camera refocuses on them and moves towards them, Shamini, Fiona, would you like to describe what the people see?
Do you want to go first, Shamini, or should I?
I shall go. My character is called Chanteuse. She is dressed in what is sort of a balance between long and flowy, but like a lot of that is quite torn. And like, you know, you're wearing a long sort of flowy skirt, you're wearing these big sleeves, you're traveling through the bush, that gets torn. You're kind of trying to like, rip that bit off so it doesn't kind of look like it's just been like tattered on the thorns. So it's sort of patched up into a semi-flowy, like somewhat practical bush attire. She's got sort of long flowy hair. It would be nice if it was a bit more flowy. Occasionally gets a bit tangly, but you know, she's doing her best. And adorned with various flowers and feathers, and she's sort of humming to herself as she sort of violently gets for another.
Lovely. And next to her?
Right, so next to her, probably the complete opposite of this, you know, quite like a concept of calm and tranquility, is a much larger woman. Again, sort of, I would say robust, but like wide shoulders, sort of very broad. She's in the sort of very typical sort of like, is it like sort of not camo, but that sort of like that vibe of canvas with like lots of pockets, very short shorts, big hat, binoculars, which enhances her eyes to like 200% more. Yes. Big frizzy sort of ginger hair, and again she sort of puts down the binoculars, reduced the size of it, but her eyes are still as big, seeing this sort of like little grey bird's nest. And this is I've called her Jane Boomer Lieutenant. Not Lieutenant, Lethbridge the Third, aka Boomer, and she's just currently, I in the sense of she is just vibing with like what's happening and is just stunned, and possibly this is the quietest she'll ever be this entire two-shot we're doing, because she's in awe of seeing this little bird that is on the in the book. They found a creature.
Found it.
Mm-hmm.
As you're approaching, you just hear a little call from nearby trees of.
Two. Wait, what was it? Say again. I shall try and echo and, be one with the music.
Yes, Chance, Puppet, you must keep doing it. You must bring them in. Yes,
I am doing it. That's what I was doing. I was doing it.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt at all. I just wanted to encourage you because you've got such a beautiful voice. Come on, Puppet, keep going.
As we approach.
Yes.
Now is the time. I'm doing that. Now is probably the time to bring the gift we bought. It is good luck to make clear that we do not come empty-handed.
Yes,
well,
yes,
I will
Chance,
say,
I will do it.
As you make that noise, can you roll me your sing interaction?
Can I?
You can.
No, I don't know how to do that.
Yes, you do, Shamini. Come on, you can do this.
Exploration. I have a D6 in exploration.
Correct.
Anything else?
That is it.
No, that's it. Okay, right. Okay, I can't do it.
You need a 3 or above.
Okay. I got a 3.
You got a 3. As you do this, you hear this noise repeated back at you from various trees. And then you catch a very small glimpse of a small yellow bird flying by, making that noise. But as you look back into the nest, you hear the chick mimicking that noise back at you and going a sort of slightly lower, like a doo-loo-loo-loo-loo. And you have uncovered a behaviour of this bird, which is mimicry.
I'd write that down, but I don't think Chanteuse
has a paper
writes
or
anything
pen,
down.
Yeah.
No, that is not. It's not the image. But I will go. Mimicry, Boomer, mimicry.
Mimicry, incredible! Oh, amazing. Well, that is great. Boomer, of course, writes everything down. Goes into one of the pockets, brings out a horrific notepad which has scribbles on it. It says shopping list crossed out all the way down, and then just puts mimicry, spelt wrong, obviously, and goes, good, excellent. For next time, put it back in. But the gift, yes. Goes into another pocket, and sure, brings out a piece of cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to. You have gift, don't you, as one of your?
I have gift, which is why I said it confusingly. But
I have provoked.
No, you have provoke. Okay. I'm gonna ask you to roll me. Yeah, you can roll me provoke, and it's gonna be a. With provoke is one of the interactions. It could be either traversal or deduction for the roll. It's gonna be deduction.
Okay. Deduction, yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Great.
Bring
out this cheese.
It's a bit warm in my pocket. I'll be honest. It's still together, but nice bit of brie.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's a 4.
Okay, that is good. The chick sort of ruffles its feathers and kind of looks down at you, and you see, and it sort of looks at the cheese and sort of then just sort of shimmies back into its nest. However,
can't please everyone.
It was supposed to be milk of the purest white. That's what the stories say. Pure white milk. What's this?
However, the small red bird that was flitting around making the call flies down and picks up the cheese, flies back to the nest, and it is about maybe a third of the size of this chick, and feeds the cheese to the chick. And you see, as this chick opens its mouth, it is this gaping orange hole. And Shamini is nodding like she might know.
I'm a bit suspicious of this hole, but isn't that wonderful, Boomer? Yes. Good work with the cheese.
And you know what? I will give you this, just because we're doing a montage. Let's speed this up. Let's just assume you worked out.
Yeah, this montage immediately.
I've gone through all my cheese
fast pace, and I'm like, let's just get into the cuckoo. Spoilers. And you realise that it has a behaviour known as brood thief. This is a bird that you have read about, known as a cuckoo, and the parents of the poor little birds that would have been born have been pushed out of the nest for this little cuckoo, or should we say, very large cuckoo, to get some cheese from the local birds.
Oh, so dislikes cheese, but this is interesting. It is clearly not native to these other birds. It is, as you said, you said mimicry poppets. That's it. So we've got to be careful. We don't know. I mean, I would not like to be replaced between us two. I mean, you would be able to tell the difference, hopefully.
I would sense any disturbance in the auras. I would feel it. Don't worry.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful. And we hard cut to you carrying on, roaming through the plains. You pass through fields of sunflowers, and it is a beautiful day. And spreading out in front of you, you see in the distance a herd of these tall, like 2-meter tall cow aurochs with these giant horns and these sort of red-haired fringes that sort of cover over their faces and appear to be masking some kind of marking on their foreheads.
Ooh, they're so cute.
And these are aurochs, and you have heard of aurochs.
Oh,
They're very
incredible.
noble animals.
Oh, the noble auroch. One must never lie to an auroch. That's the important thing.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Can you make me a deduction check, Shanti?
Oh, there was a 6.
Okay. Oh. You actually know quite a bit.
No, it wasn't a 6. I rolled the wrong thing because I can't play the rules of the game. One second. One second.
Wait. The auras, they're saying things to me. Confusing.
Can't get a 6. I only have a D4 in deduction. That was in fact a 3.
A 3. Okay, that's fine. That's all I wanted. You actually know that they are associated, these creatures, with fortune telling.
Ah.
They supposedly can read the stars.
We must seek their guidance and come to understand the movement of the stars.
Oh, great. I was in need of directions. And I'll walk over to them. Hello, good morning.
Respectfully.
Good morrow. Bow.
Sorry, go on. No, go on.
Which way is north?
You see, they all stop and look at you. I'm going to say, I assume you're using provoke here.
Yes.
But I will...
What is this provoke?
Your options or play, or read. Read could work.
I was going to say, I want to read the vibe. I think I come in. I think, to be honest, Boomer's used to this, going into a room, saying something, and then just quickly taking a quick room check, temperature check to see how things
roll
go.
me a read check for me.
A read check? Oh, no. Sorry. Read was deduction, yes? And yes. That for me, of course I've closed my character sheet. For no reason. I just closed my character sheet. I think it's a D6. Let me find the thing. Yes, D6. Okay.
Yes.
That's a 1.
It's a 1. Excellent. So you don't...
Good.
You see, they're all standing there, and they seem very passive towards you. They haven't shown any signs of being aggressive. And they sort of look at you as you start talking to them, and then very slowly look up to the sky, all as one, and there are maybe 20 of them.
That's actually really
And then they look back down, look back at the pair of you, and then just go back to grazing on the floor.
What did you see? What did you see in the stars? You must tell us. I mean, please, if you wouldn't mind. You've offended them.
Oh, no. I think the answer is north is straight up. That's what I got from that. No, don't worry, Poppet. These creatures are noble. They're noble and great, but maybe we ask again. Maybe it's ask later.
In effort of
clouds.
the montage, we cut to the night time, where these creatures haven't run away. However, you see the two of you sort of stalking up to them, and you sort of tap one on the shoulder, and this seems to be enough for them, and they all turn and then just start slowly walking away from you, and they sort of fade away. You didn't discover any new behaviours that you didn't already know about aurochs, unfortunately. No. And then we will cut again to our final element of our montage as you reach the outskirts of Njevod. We find you in a barn next to a farm, and you are inside looking at a creature which most people would call a chicken or a cockerel if it wasn't for the fact that its tail was seemingly wreathed in flame.
Yeah.
What would you both like to do?
Well, obviously, I have a sense that this creature can only be approached by hopping on one's left foot. Otherwise, terrible doom shall befall us.
Oh, it's good to know. Good to know, Chance. I was also going to approach from behind.
just approach from the non-fire side and carefully.
Carefully, of course.
I shall hum calming, soothing tones in the hope that you
Excellent.
do not catch fire.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Open the chopped up barn door.
Excellent. Well, I mean, you are absolutely singing again, so you may use your sing interaction.
Yeah.
Please, John Stew.
How does that work? Oh, I just roll a... Yes, I know it.
Yes.
I roll a die.
Well done.
Roll your die.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
that
got
was
it.
a 1.
As a 1. As you sing, it sort of turns, looks at you both, and sort of runs in towards some hay. And it's not quite got there yet, but it's running towards hay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I go, oh yes, just like Ruggers. I'm going to try and get in and try and...
Should have taken a sip at that point.
I want to try and tackle this creature out of the way of the... Well, I don't want it to set fire to me, so...
Yeah, make me a traversal provoke check.
Sure. Cool.
Hopping! Hop, Boomer, hop!
This is a hop! Skip and a jump! Sorry, I had it there. Where was it gone? Is it a traversal? Oh, that's a D4. Why?
Yeah, you need a 3.
I did get a 3. There's a Rugger training paid off.
Okay, I'm going to allow you with that 3 because provoke is not one of the interactions that can normally allow you to find out something about this creature. However, touch is, and because you are rugby tackling this creature, as you grab it, you feel the flame go into your body, but it is cold. It doesn't burn you.
Oh.
And it roars. There's sort of the light is it's giving out. It sort of glows underneath your touch. But yes, there is no heat coming off it whatsoever. You're perfectly safe holding it.
Yeah, I hold it, presumably, like, again, as carefully as I can, because I don't want to, like, be crushing it. And then I sort of get up and I go, victory! I hold it up.
It goes.
It's like room temperature. It's sort of, no, it's all good. Yeah, sorry. I'll hold it round. Like, look, it's fine. And I sort of gently come over to Chance and I'm like, see, perfectly fine. Pat.
Tell us of your wisdom, O beast. And I shall try and commune with this magical beast.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
lean
using
in.
a particular skill or for that?
Oh gosh.
You can use a skill or an interaction if you can convince me that it would be relevant.
Oh, I shall sense its intentions.
Yeah.
Intentions,
Yes,
nice.
I
Okay,
shall try and sense the intentions of this. It's on fire. Why did it come into a barn full of hay?
Sure.
Seems like mistakes were made.
Make a deduction check.
Yeah,
Oh
thanks.
no. It's like,
1.
Okay, you do not know, but it seems pretty happy in the barn. And nothing's on fire yet.
Boomer, you're not on fire, so...
no. Good experiment.
And we will smash cut again to you of you now entering the city proper. So as you from the outskirts, as you come through, you notice that a lot of the ground on the outskirts of the city is waterlogged. It's almost as if there has been a great rainfall recently. And as you
I sense a great rainfall has been here recently.
Oh.
Very good. She is good. And as you move through the city, you see that some of the houses sort of further out in the city are all built on stilts, as if they have been raised up for some reason. And actually, both of you can make me an observation check as you walk through.
I sense much water in this place.
Yes, my boots are a bit wet.
4.
Okay.
2. I'm concentrating on my boots.
You don't quite. Yeah, Boomer, your boots are getting soggy.
It's the
Oh,
socks.
there's a hole in them. The
Yeah, it's
soles.
the socks
Yes.
is the problem. The boots are fine, but...
Yeah. Chanteuse, you don't quite see the thing I was wondering if you would, but you do notice that there's sort of quite a lot of activity, a lot of people milling around on the outskirts of town. And as you actually get in closer, it actually dies down a bit, and there are slightly less people. But you head to the Mappa Mundi Institute building, which you have been given directions to. You find it easily enough. You have been sent here because they are currently short-staffed. An expedition has gone off, and they requested you two to come from a sort of further out institute to come in and help. And you have been asked to go and find Morgana Novak.
Right. What's that when it's at home?
Morgana Novak is, you assume, who is currently leading up that Mappa Mundi
Possibly the
industry.
person in charge. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's what we're here for. Sorry, I thought you meant they have employed us to find Morgana.
No, that is the person you've been sent to go and talk to get your assignment. Yeah.
I was jumping ahead.
Found her.
Okay.
We're keeping it snappy, Shamini, but not quite that snappy. And then you're at the end of the adventure and you won. Congratulations.
Hey!
She was in her office. Nailed it.
I mean, it's very hard to find academics at the best of times.
Yeah,
I think
to be fair,
I was
she's
gonna
probably
say,
not in
yeah.
her office, yeah.
I will say you find her office easily enough.
Oh,
and
good. Oh, right. Okay.
You go in
Knock on every door.
and you open the door. She says, "Yes, come in." And you open the door and you see a woman with fiery red hair in sort of ringlet curls. It is sort of all over the place. She is wearing like brown dungarees over a cream shirt, and on her desk there are papers piled high. Books are falling on the floor. There are, everything is in disarray. Every surface is being used with some bit of paper, and she is sort of flapping around a little bit as you come. She's like, yes, come in. I can, yes, you are from the other map. You're chroniclers, yes?
Yes.
You're here to
Yes,
help.
it is.
You're here to
For
help.
many years now.
Many years.
yes,
Good. I need good chroniclers.
We
All
have
my best are
great
gone.
expertise. We are.
Yes.
We are also the best.
Excellent. Good.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. I hold out my hand,
Yes.
big sort of hammy fist, and like
She
proper
grabs it,
shake.
2 hands, big shake, and reaches for yours as well, Shantus.
Chanteuse, and this is Boomer.
Hello,
morrow.
Boomer. Lovely. I don't know why I went French. It's not the
It's
accent.
a shock to
Hello,
most people when they say my
We're
name.
going down here. We're going here. Okay. Yes. Yes. I am Morgana Novak, and yes, I am in charge currently of Institute, while Durand is off on expedition to the north. So I appreciate you both very much for being here.
Oh, no worries. We're glad for the summons. It's nice to get out once in a bit. Please, do you need any help in the office? Like, I see it's a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy around here, but
No,
maybe...
it's fine. I have my own system.
I
know.
sense our fate is not in administration, Boomer. We have greater things that we are destined for.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
talks away.
expect by you saying that you are diviner. Yes.
Yes, can you tell?
I saw it in
Is
the
it
picture,
obvious?
Yes. And Boomer, you are.
Oh, I dabble. I do bits here, bits there. Put me somewhere, I'll find it. I'm a doer. You see, I'm a
fixer.
sort of.
Okay, I understand. You could just
Oh,
show
yes,
me
I
your
guess.
license.
Oh,
It
I didn't
would
know
be
you were asking
fine.
for titles, but yes. that.
Yes, I am training to be archivist. I am Goran's apprentice, and he's put me in charge while he goes off to the north with all the best chroniclers and leaving me with idiots. So it's fine. It's fine.
Oh no, I'm sure they'll be splendid. You put them in a situation and they'll rise to the top like bubbles in a champagne glass.
Sure, yes, and that was going to be fine because we thought there would be no issues because everyone's worried about us apparently, but they're up the north and that's where Joran's gone. And then I was like, well, this will be fine. Nothing will be going on here. It'll be absolutely fine. And then everything, there's all the vandalism going on, and that was all bad. And then everyone was all worrying about it, and I was like, well, it's nothing to do with us. That's not a monster doing vandalism. That's a person doing vandalism, and I don't have to worry about that. That is your problem. And then all the children started saying, oh no, we saw a monster. So now you have to go to the school and talk to the children and explain the people are not monsters, and that's what I need you to do.
Oh, we're doing a presentation at a school.
Yes,
I've never done education
presentation. You
before.
don't need like bullet points or PowerPoints or anything, but just you go talk to them and you explain, or just check. There might be a little monster here or there, a little creature, and if there is, we find out about it. We find out the nice things. You come tell me how lovely the creature is, and then we look after creature, right? Do no harm. You know the drill. It's the same where you're from, and so yes, we do that, and. You make sure the children are all okay, all right? They haven't seen
sort of an educational propaganda, making sure creatures.
Oh, we
look
wouldn't use
after
word
us.
propaganda, but yes, sure.
Marketing campaign. Perhaps,
Marketing
yes.
campaign, yes, and then maybe some of them want to become chroniclers, huh? It's a posh school. It's where the rich kids.
Oh, it's a posh school. Well, that does make a difference.
Yes.
Excellent. Yes, we can foster young minds. We can, maybe I will see which of them have a talent for foresight.
Yes, right. Okay, see if which ones know you're coming. I don't know how you diviners do it, but sure. Did you see the Aurochs on the way in? By the way, on your way here, they're great, right? Did they talk to you?
Did
They told you lots of cool stuff about the stars.
The cool stuff, yes.
They were preoccupied by terrible portents that I feel laden their minds.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll write that down. Okay.
I think they just, we caught them at a bad time.
They were busy.
I'll go chat to them later. They don't really talk, right? They just give you the vibe. I love them. Yeah. They're my favorite.
Good.
I should warn you, the school is on the outside of town, okay? So that's where the vandalism has been happening. They got targeted. Some of the kids say they saw a monster. And it is a bit wet out there. We had big storm.
I sensed that,
yes. So we get like a big storm. Yeah, it happens every like 10 years or so. And it like floods everywhere. Basically everywhere, we're recovering from that now.
Right.
And like the Merchants Guild, oh my God, they're just so busy, and they're making big deal about how busy they are and how everyone should respect them more. And they're tiring people. Okay, how much do you know about our system of government? Is it lots? You know lots, right? You've done lots of research on your way.
Yes. Obviously, we read the primer coming in and all that. But you know what? Just why don't you pretend, in case there's an audience out there, just to go over
that would be interesting. Yes, cool.
Oh, yes. Oh, because we want to make sure we do the right thing for the school. Really ump everything up.
Right. So four factions in Legnica, right? Nirvod, we are center. We are kind of big deal. So we have aristocracy. Okay, the rich kids, the rich boys. However, we're a republic now. Everyone's kind of equal. It's great. It's good. We love it. Yes, great. Okay, but they still hold on to the fact that maybe we used to be better than you. Okay, and they still have a little bit more money. Hence the private school. Then we have the commoners, people like me. We're cool. We're little average Joes. Okay, and we love us. Why are you laughing at how I say average Joes?
No, I just,
it made me laugh a little bit too. I didn't expect
one of the people, yes.
Yeah, so average Joes. So aristocracy, average Joes. Okay, that's two.
Average Joes,
Then Dragon Knights, very cool. Mainly in other city, not in Novid, but occasionally we get a few. They protect, they look after everyone. Okay, they're kind of good friends with Mappa Mundi Institute. We like them. Okay? And then finally we have the merchants. Okay? They're just the business guys. Okay? It's like imagine if like there'd be a big city and you'd put them all on like a wharf full of canaries. It'd be like that.
Oh.
That's what I want to do. I want to put them on a wharf full of canaries.
Okay.
The canaries
sounds dreadful.
Them, okay? Yeah. So that's the kind. They're kind of like new money. Aristocracy is like old money. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, great. Yes. Good. Understood. So now your imaginary audience knows the same as you.
Oh, if I may, Madam Morgan, you said vandalism. What kinds? Are we thinking broken glass? Are they, the terrible, things broken, graffiti, all that sort of thing?
Not much. No graffiti. Not seen any graffiti. Okay. We had some broken glass. We had some of the houses on the stilts. They got knocked off stilts. Very bad. Went sliding. Awful.
Very wet, I
imagine.
Like
someone must have banged it. I think the water mill where they make the bread. I think their circle turny thing that got broken.
The water wheel, yes.
Yes, water wheel. The circle thing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to assume.
Wow, okay, you're rude, but that's fine.
I
don't have time. It's fine. And then also, I think I was talking to David down at the where he makes the boats, and loads of the oars got broken.
That's a shame.
And then obviously at the school. Like that's one of the ones on the stilts, and they didn't break the stilts, but someone started to try and break the stilts, and they're upset because they've got big renovation going on.
Okay, yes, it sounds like a big problem.
But, maybe it was the kids from the school. Who knows? Right?
I mean, the children. Well, I was once a child myself. We all did a little bit of roughhousery and all that sort of thing. But we will go and we can go and I believe investigate or talk to these whippersnappers, and we can just find out a bit more. And
Yes,
say there's monsters.
They're expecting you in like 3 hours, so that's fine.
Oh, already? Okay.
And you can see she's sort of sorting. She started almost tuning you out already, and has started sorting through papers. And can you both make me an observation check? You need a 5.
I can't get that, so I'm not going to roll.
If there's a skill that maybe you want to attribute to it, you can add.
It's all on you, Shamini, because I rolled a 2.
I would like to use the skill of looking for patterns in the chaos of her office.
Perfect. Excellent. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. You can see as she is sorting through, the things she is sorting through are various drawings and scribbles around one particular kind of monster, and you think you heard her mention the name, and it was the Sumperni.
She did mention that.
And this is where she said that Durand, who is the head of the Mappa Mundi Institute, has gone off to. And you do see, and is this just because I want to show off this artwork? Maybe. But you do see this picture drawn on the desk. And if you look at the stream...
We'll be there in 20 seconds.
We'll be there in 20 seconds for you two. People on the stream will see it as I click the button. However,
I'd love
this
people on the stream to like really...
humanoid dog with like a long nose, wearing like a cape of almost like fur and feathers, like clutching what looks
horrifying.
like a sort of scimitar scythe kind of thing. Wearing almost
dressed up a
clothes.
dog. Like
It's like an Afghan hound, isn't it? It's quite noble. Quite.
It's like if Vulpix had gone rogue.
Vulpix had gone rogue.
That's quite good.
That's great. What a great image.
Isn't it beautiful?
Love it.
So this is not this. So this is a sort of very sentient humanoid creature, monster.
From what we know,
you've seen a picture. That's what you know. You don't know what a Sumperni is. You've not heard.
Yeah.
You might have. Actually, I'll tell you what. Make me a let's say deduction roll for me.
What's it got in its hand? Is that like a knife or a spear?
It is like a sort of scimitar kind of.
Ooh. Kind of a bit bloody.
Also, just because Fiona's really bad at this, I think, how big is this creature? Is it like do we know? Okay,
you can't
it could
tell
be
from the drawing.
It could be 8 feet tall.
tiny.
Or it could be the size of my knee. I don't know.
It could be this big.
Yeah, right.
You get the sense it looks like a tall drawing, but you're not sure.
Like a tall drawing. I rolled a 4, so I'm trying to sense height with my 4.
You trying to sense height. That is a tall looking drawing.
I sense height.
It's like a Mary Poppins measurement. Practically perfect in every way.
Practically 8 foot tall. I will also say with that role, you've heard whispers and stories about the Sumperni. People are scared of the Sumperni in Leknitsa. There's sort of stories around sacrifice, of human sacrifice by these creatures, and that it makes sense if they think that there is a sort of a threat of these creatures approaching, that the Mappa Mundi Institute would be sent out to check what's going on.
100%, yeah. I mean, if anything, they've got an amazing sort of like cape on, so that it's fashion sense of anything.
Exactly, and he does look very stylish.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're departing the office at this point. I think Chanteuse is just melting back away as Morgana's focusing back on her work.
We will report back, Morgana.
Yes,
let me know.
Good.
Yes, okay.
You tell me lots of things about lovely creatures. That's all I care about. Great, thank you. Bye.
Alrighty. Oh, excellent. Turn around. Oh well, a quest.
Children.
I mean, they're challenging themselves, but we'll be absolutely fine. Just be ourselves. We'll get through fine.
They have great wisdom inside them, somewhere under the stickiness.
Well, as I always say, if one shouts, you shout louder. Ha ha!
Ah. Boomer, I sense...
Oh, yes.
I sense doom.
Oh, the tingles, yeah.
I have... Well, more foreboding. I've touched the ground in this place, and there is water. There is water here, much water.
Yeah.
I fear the water is angry.
Oh, emotional water is not great at the best of times. But yes, sorry, continue.
As you know,
Yes.
they've had storms here, and once there was the greatest storm of all, the flux, which one of my ancestors did foresee. They predicted that.
Yes.
In my line, in this blood, there is the ability to portend great disasters, and I worry now.
Well, hopefully there's not a second coming of said flux. But our first job is to go talk to the children and let's see what we can do. Yeah, look, I'll gently sort of take Chance's hand and look, together we are stronger and we can do anything. We can overcome anything, whether it be flux, second coming, or tiny children calling us names that are, or even.
Do you think they'll make fun of me?
No, not like last time. It'll be absolutely fine. Just what I'd say is don't use those words. We looked them up afterwards. Skibbity, it didn't really work.
Okay, right, yeah, no, I shouldn't have. I find them hard to read. No, I didn't realise.
Children are the worst. Yes.
Okay, well maybe you could talk to them, and I'll just look serene.
You know what? You do you. I'll do what I do.
Okay.
Match made in heaven. Oh.
It make me look cool though. Just I don't want them to make fun of me.
Poppet, you are so cool.
Don't call me Poppet when they're there.
Oh, I said okay. Yes.
I don't think it helped that. I don't.
I did. Yes, I did say that quite a few times.
And then they were calling me Poppet, and I thought that's sweet, but I don't think it was sweet.
Think yes. When I do it, it's a term of endearment, but I think they were using it as a different kind of term. But
I don't understand. Is it skibbity? I don't know.
I don't use that word. Let's come, adventure.
Okay.
You begin to make your way towards the school.
Yes,
you've got a bit of time. You will get there.
3 hours.
You've got some time. So I'll say if you want, you can say you go settle in. They've put you up in the Mappa Mundi Institute. There's a room that you can sort of drop your bags and your things off there if you would like. I assume you're not carrying very much, or are you?
Oh. Well, obviously I drop off all the gifts that we brought
for different creatures. How much of it is cheese?
Well, you said I don't know. I don't know if there's. I think there's definitely rations of some sort, but they're all. We don't have. Yes, there's a point where we go to the kitchen. We've brought snacks that weren't used on our journeys. We've got little cheeses. We've got the little crackers, some nuts.
They're supposed to be mouldy. The cheeses. They are one with the mould. They are together.
Yes, they might be a bit goopy, but good for the soul.
Wait, sorry, who are you saying this to?
The people in the kitchen.
Okay, great. You see,
we just walked into a kitchen.
There is this like very skinny looking chef who's just like, did you bring any bread?
We're
just running real low on bread.
Because your watermill was destroyed.
Oh, that's the reason. Yeah.
The circle thing.
The circle turny thing. I'm sorry, the circle turny thing.
That's what we call it.
It turns no more.
Term. Yeah.
No, just crackers, unfortunately.
And
no
cheese.
No, I'll take crackers. If you've got crackers, I appreciate your gifts. Oh, wonderful chroniclers. Thank you.
Oh.
Not all chroniclers wear capes. And I turn around and leave.
I've never seen any wear a cape. And I will say with that, you can kill some time, but you do make your way towards the school as early as you would like. Is there anything you would like to do to prepare before you have to go and speak to these children?
How warm is it here? Like, what kind of climate are we talking?
I would say it's sort of like springtime UK kind of vibe. So like it's light jacket kind of weather.
Yeah, no umbrella.
I just really want a gelato.
A gelato?
Yes.
Yeah, gelato.
Like we've been in the wild.
No, it's like
I
10
know,
degrees,
but like
10,
maybe
15
someone will
degrees.
sell me one, and I just really.
You can try and find ice cream.
Just on the way, I'll just be like, "Is anyone selling ice cream in springtime when it's cold and raining?"
You know
Probably
what?
not.
Sure. You do go past a sort of the district where there are sort of various shops and things, and you do see there is a little like grocery kind of store. And it does seem to have a section that has sort of, it wouldn't be a freezer, I guess. Is ice cream a thing back in the medieval times?
When was ice cream invented?
When was ice cream invented? That is your law drop. When was
Quickly.
ice cream?
I'm gonna guess 1813.
Okay, well, some
They
say
had ice, didn't they?
that
They
ice
brought
cream
the ice
originated
down.
in Persia in 550 BC.
I was out. I was out.
Ice cream in the first appeared in the UK in 1671, but we're not saying we're
Still
in the UK.
way out.
Italy 1560s. No,
Oh,
Persia is
wow.
550. So
Yeah, ice cream's been around
yeah.
for many, many years.
So, and Roman cookbook recipes for sweet desserts. You know what? There is a chest in this in this store, and there seems to be like almost like wisps of what would potentially be dry ice. It looks like it's coming out of it, and you go over and you see it's got a glass lid, and inside you do see little tubs, and it's sort of packed around with snow. There is lots of snow just packed into this, and you do know that in the north of Leknitsa it does get very cold, so there is sort of snowy regions up in the north and ice.
It's just been so long, and we've just been eating cheese and crackers and that very nice chutney that you brought. But really,
mango.
You understand? I want a little treat.
You know what? Little treat for both of us, and I'll go and I'll get some money out or whatever we use, and I'll be like, oh, can we get 2, please?
Of the cream of ice.
Cream of ice.
Yes,
Cream
of
of
course.
ice. Yes,
And,
absolutely.
Lifts up the chest and pulls out. Do you want just the regular, or the strawberry, or the pineapple?
Well, I'm a pineapple girl through and through.
Okay, there's a pineapple. Oh, I've got a chocolate as well. If anyone would like a chocolate.
Strawberry. But can I try some of your pineapple?
Yes, of course. Well, we can get 2 spoons, 2 little shovels.
Well, you can have a spoon. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Just hand you
God,
two. Can I help you with anything else? Is there a reason you have come into my shop to buy ice cream?
Well,
Yes.
we're doing it. Yes. Yeah, no. Well, we wanted to know. I'm sure you've heard a little bit about the vandalism and stuff. We just wanted to know if you, Mr. Cream of the Ice Seller, have heard any things. No.
I'm not going to tell you what my name is, so you're going to have to keep calling me that.
Excellent. But yeah, have you heard anything of goings on? Anything we should know? We're just doing a survey of the area for the institute.
chroniclers.
The animals. I haven't seen an animal for a while.
Okay.
I mean, not like a cool one, like the ones that you lot care about. And you hear a little voice go, Dad! And a little blonde girl runs out and goes, Dad, hello? Are you two, are you from the Mundis?
Yes, we are chroniclers.
We are chroniclers.
Can I tell them? And he goes, oh, yeah, you can, but she thinks she saw something last week, and you don't. Okay. You tell them really quickly. If you could just humour her, she's really obsessed with the institute.
Of course. I sit down to her level and instantly get out my book and go, yes, tell us, what did you see?
I saw a really big bear.
Big bear?
But it was really small.
Okay. Roughly, is it knee height or is it
No,
8
it was like
foot
bigger
tall?
than my house.
Okay.
But it was small.
Small.
And there was just little, lots of little.
Lots of little. Wait, can I ask, where did you see this? Was this very far away or very close to you?
It was
'Cause
quite far away.
Okay, but is it the big as your house? Mm-hmm. But also small.
I assume
okay.
so. Yeah. When it got closer,
Okay.
it is smaller.
Yes, that's how sizing works. So a bear. What color was its fur? Was it doing anything unusual?
Oh, like a pinky, browny, white, and then it flew away.
A pinky, browny, white bear that flies. Good God, incredible.
Boomer.
Yes, Johns. Yes.
Is she making fun of us?
Can I tell that this poor child is making fun of me?
You can make a deduction check.
Okay. And that's a 3.
Doesn't seem to be making fun of you.
I believe the child is telling the truth. Because why would children lie about a bear that's the size of a house but also small? It's pink, browny fur and also can fly. There's many creatures that we've not seen. Thank you. My darling Poppet, what's your name?
I'm Danica.
Danica. Beautiful name.
Thank you.
I had an uncle called Danica. But it's, yes.
That's cool.
Not as beautiful. Yeah, not as beautiful as you.
Oh,
weird.
But,
and you see the owner of the shop kind of puts his arm on the shoulder of the child and like pulls her back slightly. All right.
Well,
Does excuse me,
Yeah.
does this child go to private school?
God no, I can't afford that. There's a couple of the commoner kids who get in on scholarships and things.
Okay, she is an independent source there.
Oh, let me guess, you've been called in over there.
Yes.
yes, we've heard there's been some troubles with the glass and whatnot, and the school itself was like teetering due to some of the things being.
Yeah, Professor Rokovic is he's known. He's a good guy. He cares about the students, but
But you think otherwise?
I just look. I know everyone all together, right? Republic, woo. He thinks he's better than everyone, and he thinks the kids that go there are better than the other kids, and he sort of covers Danica's ears and just goes. Should have probably covered them before I said that last bit, actually. I got that wrong. That's just not true, Danica. And then he covers the ears and goes, it's just, they give them a bit of a different start in life, and I just don't think it's very fair.
Yeah. No, anyone can be anything that they wish to be. They've all full of potential, just where they choose to use it. So, well, good to know. Thank you. We appreciate this intel.
Cool, yeah. Right.
Danica, as thank you, small Danica, as payment for your most valuable insights, you must take this feather.
Yeah.
I shall bring out a small feather. You must stroke the feather and see, if you close your eyes and open your mind, find out what the world is telling you.
She closes her eyes and opens her mouth really wide. As you say, open your mind. She's like,
yes, okay. Yeah, not right now. It's a slow.
It's telling
process.
me not right now. It's a slow process.
Yes. All right. Let's.
All right. Let's.
I'm gonna leave. Me and my ice cream. We're leaving.
She goes, it's gone quiet. And you head out and head towards the school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I will say, as you walk, if you would like, you can do a bit of shaping. What do you think the streets of Njovid look like? What do you think the vibe is going on as you head through the city proper? So shaping is a mechanic in Mappa Mundi, for those who don't know, where players are able to describe... We're working together to build the world that we live in. I sort of provide a backbone, but then all of us can sort of chip in with little extra bits and pieces.
I should have shaped before we got the ice cream, and then I'd have been like, dessert shops everywhere.
Yes. Oh my god.
That would have been
that
good.
would have
Damn
been
it.
use of
That was the
shaping.
opportunity to use shaping. Damn it. Okay. Too late now.
So you said that, again, this place gets flooded quite a lot, so there's, on the outskirts at least, there are, like, townhouses or whatever on stilts. I wonder if, then, the architecture itself, like, it is, maybe sometimes it's buildings upon buildings, so you got the stilts bit, but then I think the lower levels get sort of replaced, so the oldest structures are on the top, and it sort of goes up, again, I'm thinking like a tiered wedding cake almost, so again, these really tall buildings, I'm thinking very Edinburgh style, so they're just really tall, and it's all sort of spindly and stuff, perhaps. So maybe a little bit crammed, and maybe the sky's a little bit blocked. But like it's like there's different architecture, so you can tell the sort of decades and stuff. And maybe there's a little bit of like where the water has risen a bit too high. You can see the watermarks on the walls themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. And I will add to that as well, that you do notice that even though there are all these different kinds of buildings, none of them are particularly grand. There's no big show of wealth anywhere. It all seems very the same level. It feels like, even though the heights and things are different, but there doesn't seem to be any one building standing out over any others. Shamini, would you like to add anything else?
No, not right now.
Okay, great. So you make it to the school, and the school is a very large building on many stilts, and it is sort of, it is stone and sort of wood beams throughout, with big windows, and you can see, and you really have reached the edge of the city here. There's a wall around the other side of the street that sort of hides part of the city, and there is a river flowing underneath a bridge on one side of the street. And this is the Green River, and you know that there are two rivers that converge just outside Njovid, and it's one of the reasons that the flooding gets so bad is because where they converge into what is known as the White River, which is a very fast flowing and very sort of, and that flows north up through the rest of Legnica.
Sorry, did you say there was a bridge crossing it, or next to the
There is
school?
a bridge,
or...
so there's sort of a bridge between the school and the wall on the other side of you're coming down the street, and the street turns into a bridge, and the river goes underneath and kind of curves out. So the school is partly over the river.
So, yeah, I would love then, as we're sort of walking along, before we get to whatever the school gates are, if I can lean over and see where this damage has been to those struts, to the things, to see, like, what exactly are we looking at? Because we've not... This is one of the main places of this vandalism. So it'd be interesting to see, can we, again, whatever we can see, is it something that has been gnawing at it, or has it been something that's bashing it? You know, that sort of thing. If one can make such a deduction from so far away.
Do you have a skill in particular you want to use for this, or if not, you can just use an observation roll?
Observation is fine. I wonder, maybe... Well, I will make a pitch for inner workings, perhaps. Like, I have a sense of, like, looking at where structures are, what make things tick, perhaps. But maybe it's just sort of like, the weight bearing on these particular things will be here. So, you know, like that sort of thing. So, but if they've been the ones affected, so maybe I'm looking where it is rather than the actual, like, you see what I mean? That's the vibe I'm sort of using it.
As you look, you see that actually these stilts sort of on this side, the sort of side closer to town, look absolutely fine. There doesn't seem to be any damage, and but as you sort of look through the stilts, and you can kind of see a little bit through and out into the distance, you can see there are beams lying out on the floor at the back, and it almost looks like a construction site. And with your sort of inner workings, I'd say make me an observation check on top of that as well.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a 2 out of a D6, so no.
That's all right. 2 is you can get something. You can see that there is a building site out the back, and you remember Morgana did say they were looking at expanding
renovations,
but it doesn't seem to be active right now. That's what you can make out from it.
Okay. Just point to Chance, like, look, that's where the renovations is and whatnot. So I suggest once we're in and we've spoken to the pupils and this professor, that maybe we could either together or maybe one of us can go check out. I assume that's where the seismic activity has been.
Right. Okay, but don't leave me alone with the children.
I would never do such a thing, and if I did, I would give you advance warning of it.
Okay.
And make sure you are fully prepared for every situation that these small children will do.
Yes. They do. I could try and sing and calm them like I do with the beasts of the wilds, but
if you're up a little bit, Poppet, for some constructive feedback, I think singing works for beasts of the wilds. Children are a different kind of beasts altogether, and some of them don't take kindly. If anything, they'd like to join in. And,
Oh.
Right, exactly.
Oh, dear.
Now,
right, okay.
Use, and I'll gently tap your forehead, about use your noggin. Don't worry, Poppet, you got this.
All right.
Okay, as you go up these wooden steps up to the big grand door of the school, rap on the door, and it opens, and you see a man standing there, sort of very slicked down hair, grey suit, little spectacles on the edge of his nose, and he goes, Mappa Mundi Institute, I assume.
Oh, that's us.
I am Professor Rokovic. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. Do enter, please.
Enter, yes. We do.
Can I get you tea, a drink of any kind? Whiskey? You're going to talk to the children, so I don't actually recommend that.
No, maybe some napkins. We've just had some cream of ice, so my hands are a little bit sticky. What?
I can tell. And he pulls a napkin a handkerchief from his pocket and wipes his own hands, and then goes, "I'll be right back." And just.
I would like some water. Mm-hmm. I would like to connect with the water of this place and hear its stories.
Of course. Who am I to say no to the Institute? And goes and comes back with some glasses of water and some napkins. Here you go.
Excellent.
It's got ice in and a bit of lemon and a bit of cucumber in the water.
Oh, wow. Where's all this money going?
It's muddying the voice. I'm having trouble hearing it. But can I try and sense whether this water is angry?
Okay. What are you using for that, please?
Good.
Any particular skill?
Very good question.
I think you've got a skill that I would allow you to make work.
Maybe touch?
Not an interaction.
That's an interaction.
Oh, interaction. Sorry, my bad.
You can try and interact with the water if you really want to.
I guess I would actually just like to
whisper.
Well, there's quite a few that
Hey, you could go homeopathy and do memories.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
memory
maybe water remembers doing some vandalism. I would
homeopaths think.
I would like to see what this water remembers.
Okay, make me a.
It's exploration.
I know
memories.
it is, but I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do exploration. No, go on. Yeah, exploration.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
I don't know
exploring
this.
the water.
Yeah.
Come on, pop it.
Yeah, it was a 1.
Yeah, cool. It's it's way too tastes of lemon and cucumber. You
It's
cannot
lemony,
you cannot interact with this water. He has ruined it.
No, yes, no, never mind. All right.
Yes. So the children are the one. Well, I wonder. Do you want to talk to all the children, or would you just like to talk to the ones who supposedly saw the creatures? We are just to be clear. We assume it was just some of the older children playing a prank. However, there are so many of them are saying it now, and you know how children are. Stories, they start spreading and spreading and spreading.
I guess what would be good before we speak to any pupil is your take on this. Like, what do you believe happened, and go in with that sort of vibe. Just an outside source that's sort of connected.
Yes, of course. Well, I tell you what, come with me, and he will lead you to the outside, and he will sort of open up these sort of grand double doors which lead down to what looks like playing fields, and they're obviously a bit soggy still from the flood, but but we, as you can see to the right, we were planning on expanding. We were going to build out the school. We were going to actually create a little bit of a diversion of the river to sort of flow it a different direction, just to the green and the blue, they touch very soon, and we were like, wouldn't it be nicer if they touched earlier, not near our school, so we had a bit more land, and then we would have more space to build and to give more activities to the children, you understand, and maybe a new staff room, and then our one's relatively small, and so we were starting the work, and you can see, and he'll bring you over, and you can see some of these beams on the floor have just been snapped in half, and they are just splintered, and it looks like if you got a twig and just broke it in half, it looks like someone has done this with these like chunky, like foot wide beams. Look like they've just been snapped. He's like, luckily there was nothing on top of them, but with all the other vandalism and things going on in the area, we wondered if it was related.
Oh yes, it's terrifying.
I have a question.
Yes.
No, for Emily.
Okay,
Bates.
sorry, yes.
Yes. What are the banks of the river like along the way? Is there an access point at all where we are here?
There is. So, you make me an observation, an exploration check.
3.
Yeah. So there is. So the river is flowing. You sort of wander over and you sort of squish through the sort of damp ground, and there are sort of reeds pulling up from the riverbed, on the sides of this bank. But it's sort of maybe 2 meters before you get down to the river. So there's quite a steep incline from the up to the down. And this is obviously different river heights. You're not quite sure, but it's obviously burst its banks relatively recently. But right now it's quite low level.
Okay, I'm gonna lean in here. So, what Chanteuse would like to do is to slowly start walking towards the river and just keep going in a very smooth, like I'm just walking into the water kind of way. What actually happens is then she gets to like some muddy bank bit, and she's trying to walk slowly. It's actually quite hard to keep your balance while walking slowly because you're like, but anyway, that's what I'm going for.
Make me a traversal check.
I would like to traverse this muddy riverbank elegantly. I got a 6.
Okay, with a 6, as you are traversing, and you are doing this, and you almost look like you're gliding. That's a D&D,
that's what I want.
It's not welcome here. Like, Boomer, as you look, it looks like Chanteuse, say the name again? Chanteuse is almost like floating above the water, and you see the professor go, that's very impressive, actually. And
she's when she puts her mind to it, she's really brilliant.
I can see. And as you get close to the riverbank, and you can see it starts to slope down quite steeply. But as you look over, you see in front of you some footprints, and they are footprints. They look like a very large, maybe like adult male human foot, but a foot, not a shoe. And you see that there is some sort of, almost looks like connection between the toes, almost like they were webbed.
Oh.
Okay.
And these are quite old prints. These are that you only saw them with the 6, I will say.
And this is on the riverbank as I'm going down among the reeds.
They look like they're going into the river.
Oh.
Okay. I'm sort of gazing downwards and I'm seeing these. I will continue walking because I don't want to like ruin my walking into the river thing to stop and look at them. So I will continue to walk. And like my ideal would be that I'm wearing this long dress and the dress is sort of like flowing into the water. But at various times I've kind of had to hike up the long dress and like sew it into trousers so it doesn't, but like it would if it wasn't.
The river is quite far down from where you are right now.
Oh,
If you
so
keep
I'm
walking,
still-
you are going to fall into the river.
I'm just gonna there's no
This is not a slope into the river. This is a
super
like
steep.
kind of that. And you can try and walk down it, but you'll and it's muddy, so you might slide down it. And you know what? With a 6 traversal, you get to and you hear the professor go, "She should stop now," and you just sort of slowly glide down the mud, and you feel your heels like just dragging through this mud, and like you look back up and you just see the like gullies that you've created, and there are like reeds sticking all through your clothes, but you have successfully glided into
Excellent.
relatively deep river.
Okay, good, great.
And it's not, luckily, I would say about 4 foot deep. So you are sort of up to chest height in the water. But you are now in the water sort of getting slapped with sort of like, it's somewhere between bubbling along and like crashing along. It's quite strong, but you can kind of plant your feet and not move.
Okay. I'm gonna be one with the river.
As this happens, Boomer, what are you doing?
I'm watching this, obviously.
Great.
No, I'm like, I think, if anything, I'm talking to the professor, and I'm like, oh, she's a marvel. She's just gonna be one with the river, and like it's this thing with the water. It's anyway. Yes, we will talk to the children. What I will say is that the first people that reported it, we'd love to chat to them a little bit about this, that, and the other. And the children that if everyone's saying it, I mean, if they would like to have a chat with us, I'm sure Neil or Shanti could easily take them and talk to them about the institute if anyone's interested in recruiting. Oh, that was the second priority. Yes, we'll do a presentation later.
Yes, if you've got any pamphlets, we're happy to hand them out. Yes.
Yes, excellent.
And with that, we'll take our break and we will come back to Chanteurs in the river. Before we take a little break, we're going to do a quick lore drop. And it's going to be a very, very quick lore drop here tonight. And so our lore drops are little sections where we look into a real world thing around a game. And I'm very glad I didn't do the other one I was thinking of, because you have not come to that point in the story yet. So the one I'm doing is, I was like, oh, Mappa Mundi. What a good name. What is Mappa Mundi? Where did they get that name from? Now, I have not spoken to 3 Sales Studios about this, but I assume. So a Mappa Mundi is a medieval European map of the world. So that is, I believe it translates to sort of a sheet of the world or something like that in Latin. And they are these like incredible, elaborate wall art. And actually, I tell you what, I downloaded an image and I didn't load it in. But there's one in Hereford Cathedral, which is like really quite impressive, and it's supposedly like one of the oldest that still exists. Oh, here we go. Here's the picture. Let me just size it down. Oh,
don't worry, I'll be 20 seconds later.
20 seconds later, you'll see the issue I'm currently having. Scale down. OBS, please. So this is the one in Hereford Cathedral. And they think it was originally part of a not a triptych. Hang on, let's put it on. Hang on, I know what let's do. Hang on, please hold caller. Here we go. Let's put it here.
Quick, do your singing, Shamini.
Here we go. No, we're good. and they're normally religious maps. So in most of the ones you'll see, Jerusalem will be at the centre. And then the maps will be, here we go, 3 Sales knows the Hereford Mappa Mundi is the largest surviving example. There you go.
Oh,
Perfect.
wow.
And I've closed all of my notes on it. Where's it gone? But they're really cool and they're really quite beautiful. And George, was that part of the idea for the name? I assume yes.
You have to ask. You can't ask him now. We have to ask him at our
I'll ask you tomorrow.
bonus
I want to
stream.
know
We're having
now.
specially floor questions such as this.
True. Okay, fine. Here we go.
It's like we planned it that way.
So it measures about like 5 foot by 4 foot. And it's on a single sheet of calf skin. And they believe it was made in like 1300, roughly around then. And yeah, so it's got basically a map of the world as they knew it at the time.
Oh, wow.
So Jerusalem is the center, and then there's sort of a bit of Europe, Asia, and North Africa, but that's basically it. There's no Americas, none of the poles or anything like that. And East is at the top of the map, where the sun rises, because they were like, oh yes, the sun comes from.
It does make a lot of sense.
And that is in Christianity, I believe, where they look for the second coming. They look to the east. And apparently the British Isles are in the bottom left, but I was looking at it earlier and I could not find them. And I zoomed right in and I still couldn't see them. But this one they actually think is potentially part of a group who were kind of a cult and were very anti-Semitic and misogynistic, as you know, people were wont to be back in the day. But there's some amazing. I'm going to zoom right in, so we won't see our faces for a bit.
That's fine.
And you can see some of the cool drawings on it, and maybe slightly rude drawings. But so in the center, where's Jerusalem? So you can see where it says Jerusalem. You can't see my mouse actually, but there's like a circle, and it says Jerusalem. And then there's like all these drawings. There's like a thing with horns here. There's a weird, I think maybe pigeon, and like this is a map, and it just looks wild to me. And I would love to. I feel like you could spend hours like learning about it. And there's a Jesus at the top, some angels there, and they're just really cool. And then these here they are, and here are these like cat things with faces, which I don't know.
Always cat things with faces.
Cat things with
Every
faces.
medieval picture,
weird like human cats. So yeah. Anyway, have a look at some Mappa Mundis. I think a lot of them are very religious and a little bit problematic in a lot of places, but very interesting to see. British Library has a couple as well. If I
was going to say, like, I love, like, I know Free League, from some of their games that they do, they print out their maps on like cloth now. So rather than having it as paper, that you can have it as cloth and you put it over the thing. And I just think that's really
lovely.
Cool. Yeah, I love having like maps as cloths. Obviously, we currently aren't playing in person together, but I like the idea of going, right, get out the scroll and just like,
absolutely, yeah. And yes, I mean, I just and again, just to sort of highlight the art. Look at this dog. I love him. Big boy.
They're all good boys.
Sumpurni.
They're all good dogs.
Very not a good boy, really, but you probably won't see Sumpurni very much.
Apparently a human sacrifice, so...
Yeah, maybe a little bit of human sacrifice, but
possibly as big as a house or as small as my knee. Who knows?
Also, there's a little map here of Legnica if you would like to see where you are. So you're in Njevod. In 20 seconds, you'll see.
I was going to say, yeah.
So you're in Njevod, and then there's the other city of... I think it's Tovanic, but I haven't actually checked the pronunciation guide. There's a pronunciation guide in this book, guys. There's a pronunciation guide.
Big fan of that. I'm absolutely big fan of pronunciation guides. Oh, there it is. Oh,
there's
love
the map.
that.
And you can see the 2 rivers where they combine and become the White River.
I love a good map.
So there you go. Anyway,
with
so that,
cute.
We will take a little break. And we will be back shortly, probably around about past. So the music does slap. Correct. Hello, we're back, everyone. We're going to jump straight back into Mappa Mundi Off Balance. So we find Chanteuse in a river, up to her chest, hair sort of getting damp on the ends, her, little bits of reed stuck all throughout her clothes. Chanteuse.
Okay, so Chanteuse standing in a river. It's colder than she'd expect. It's really cold. It's really cold. It's quite strong, but you gotta. It's all about the look. I'm going to take a deep, slightly shuddering breath and I would like to sing to the waters. Didn't have much luck with the cup, so I will like place my hands on the surface, like feel the water moving through my fingers, and I will sing. I feel your flow over the surface and under, unhindered by lemon or cucumber. Tell me what plans, what tracks have happened here. Tell me the story as your waters flow crystal clear. And I also hope they heard as well, because, you know.
Absolutely. You don't need to roll for that. That was beautiful.
Oh, heck yeah.
With that, oh, lovely. You reach out, and Shanters, you would never say this, but sometimes you feel things maybe because maybe they just pop into your head. Maybe you want to
Who
feel
am I to say whether
things. Yeah.
the water told me it or
maybe
I told me it?
But for the first time in maybe quite a while, the voice that enters your head, it sounds like rushing water going through your ears. And your ears
might just be the sound of the water, though.
No.
Right.
This is separate. This you can hear it, and it almost starts to form words.
Oh shit! It's real. It's happening.
You hear the words anger.
The water's angry. I knew it.
You hear the words intrusion.
Water's angry.
Intrusion.
And you hear the words lonely.
Oh.
Gosh, angry, lonely water.
I genuinely think that this is such a shock to actually sense something that's not just kind of what I was thinking at the time, that she loses her balance and falls over.
Boomer, you watch as Chantage just goes under and
No. Rope, hang on. Go into a pocket. It's never happened before.
Goes, okay, yes. I think somewhere there's probably a life ring I could. And he's doing that thing. He's just sort of flapping and not really.
Take your time, guys. Take your time.
I go get the. I'm sure you have a sailing club. Go get the young rowers or something.
Yes. Yes. The future sailors of Leknitsa. Yes, I'll find them. And he runs inside.
Yeah, I'll get out any rope I have and I'm like, hang on, Chanters, pop it. I'll lasso you as usual. Gonna try and grab.
Yeah, make me. I think this is traversal. I'm afraid. So traversal.
I mean,
please. Unless you've got a skill.
No. I'll go. Could I make an argument for steady hands?
You absolutely can make an argument.
Yeah,
I think
like
it's still
that.
going to be a roll, but you will only need a 2 and up.
A 2 and
So
up. And
only
this
a
is
1
traversal?
will fail. Yeah.
Okay, well, 1 in 4 chance. Okay, 3. So
Okay.
we're good.
You manage to wrap the with you. You sort of. How does your steady hands manifest into this lasso?
I think, like, again, Boomer's come across as like sort of like a bumbling sort of fool, but actually, like, her movements and stuff are actually quite deft. So she's quite, warm in that sense. And there's a knot, a reef knot. No, not the reef knot. The other knot. Knots. Excellent. He goes, hang on, I remember this from my country dancing days. 5, 6, 7, 8, and I throw.
You do a little pas de bourrée as you do it, and a little.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be called a pas de bourrée; it would be called a grapevine in country dancing.
Yes.
You do a
Yeah.
grapevine as you swing the rope, and it manages to hook around Chanteur's
Like
waist.
an arm or something. Yeah, a waist, perfect. And I'm like,
underneath
I've
the water.
got you. You
impressive.
won't go away.
Very
Yes.
impressive.
That was
It
very
does pin in
good.
one of your arms as well, Chanteur's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm-
Okay.
You've got one like
Yeah.
failing.
But
Yeah.
But I think my main aim is to like just make sure she's not going to go float off down rivers. So that should the future rowers come, that's fine. There's a moment where I go, I could just try and pull you up the side, but I don't. That will ruin your dress even more. So I'll just hold you in place, darling.
Just you keep her above the water, so her head above the water,
Thanks.
so that she
Yeah.
can breathe, which is nice. But you are getting that thing of like kind of like just being
Yeah,
like
yeah.
waves
The
in
reeds
face.
are just like yeah.
Yeah, yes. It takes a little time
Yeah, I didn't realise we were actually going to sit and wait for the rowers. Oh, children, this is not going to help my standing with the children. Oh.
And you see suddenly marching down the steps outside, and they are marching together. Professor Rokovic has changed into a striped wetsuit kind of thing, and he's got a whistle, and he's doing the Sound of Music, Captain Von Trapp, as they all march down the steps, and you see these, and this is not a high school. This is a school for up to the age of about 12. So you see these. Some of them are quite tall. 10, 11-year-olds, a couple of really little ones who are kind of skipping along at the back. And then you see them, one of them goes under the stilts and drags a boat out and pulling it out and pushes it into the water as three of them jump in, and they chuck some oars down. And then once they start rowing, these kids are pretty good. And there's sort of three of the bigger... At rowing. And they row towards you.
Yep.
And there is now a boat coming towards your head, Chanters.
I sort of shout down and go, Chauncey, pop it, darling. So rescue is on the way. Don't worry. I will say, don't worry.
I got my arm.
I'm sorry, darling. Trust me. But I just want you to be prepared. There are some small children rowing towards you.
And then there is also one small child. She has this long black hair, and she is holding a rubber ring, one of the life rings.
Okay.
But she is running along the side of the bank, slightly slower than the boat. But she is charging as quickly as her little legs will carry her towards you. And she's like, I'm gonna help.
That seems more helpful than a boat.
As the boat gets right alongside you, you see one of these children looks down and goes, oh, bit of bother you've got yourself into there. And reaches an arm out, not particularly close to you.
It's just lasso is round my other arm, so I should
Oh, okay.
One arm.
Yes, okay. Nikolai on the other side of the boat reaches down and sort of hooks you under an arm, sort of pulls you up a bit as this younger girl throws a thing that just sort of goes round your neck and kind of hooks under your head.
Now
so
it's
you're
everywhere.
above. And you've kind of got one arm. I will say the arm is through it as well. It goes through the arm, and so you've got one arm trapped by the rope, one arm trapped by the ring, and they sort of hoist you into the boat.
I definitely go, oh, well done, chaps and chapsesses, well done. Team effort.
Yes, you're very well. And then they sort of row back to the shore and sort of heave you out onto the side, still in the ring, still in the lasso.
I was communing. The waters, they spoke to me.
Hang on, darling, you're all a bit discombobulated. Let me just take these off.
They spoke to me. They spoke to me. The waters.
Oh, well, good. Good, that's what we wanted. No lemon and lime and whatnot disturbing you. No.
Exactly. They spoke.
What did you get?
Anger.
Yeah, angry water. Well, you said that was going to happen.
Loneliness.
Oh, lonely angry water. Okay.
Intrusion.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Webbed footprints.
Oh, I didn't know water could say that either. Usually they're sort of more
It told me. The water told me about the webbed footprints.
Oh, okay.
Right, well, should we get you two dried off and then you come speak to the children?
Yes, I think a bit of it by the fire. Yes, maybe a spot of tea and so. Oh,
I guess we could put the fire on for you. Yes.
Yes, amazing. I'll definitely go around and shake hands with every single child.
They've just finished pushing the boat back into under the stilts, and you see there are four there, and there are the three sort of older children who are in the boat, and the little girl with the long dark hair who had the ring. And she
I sort of well done. I get this one out. You very well done. That was some really good lassoing. I saw it. You would win at the county fair.
Thank you. My name's Anya.
Anya, great name. I think I've got a great aunt called Anya. So.
Wow.
I'm gonna if I ever hear this, I'm just gonna as she says that, I'm just gonna look at her, just don't say anything else. You've got a great aunt. That's the end of that sentence.
Yes.
Nice.
That's wonderful. Well done, darling. You did really well. Big shake.
Thank you. I would like to be a Mappa Mundi Institute chronicler, please?
Amazing.
Would you give me a
of course.
pamphlet?
Yes. And I go through all my pockets. No, that's more cheese. and I'll get about. How about this? If you have your address, if you write it here, I will send you a pamphlet and maybe any updates and newsletters that come from the Mappa Mundi Institute.
Okay.
You can unsubscribe from any time.
I live here.
Yeah, send it to the school, Boomer.
Send it to school. Go to school.
I'm a boarder, you see.
Go.
Its addresses. Yes. Okay.
As you hand out the pamphlet, one of the older children sort of leans over, and as you're giving it to Anya, snatches it. And he goes, huh. Yeah, Mappa Mundi. My parents told me about this. And starts, like, flicking through it.
I sense interest. I sense you have the potential to be a chronicler.
Yeah, I don't think so. We tend to go out with the rifles rather than the pens and paper.
Well, and I just carefully sort of pick it back. Well, it's not for everyone. The Mappa Mundi Institute, you know, you need guts, you need bravery, but most of all, you need compassion and empathy. And
What for?
What for? The creatures, my dear child. You learn so much about the world, and rather than this rifles nonsense, where harm, the first thing is do no harm. So, if anything, what I do, I get my little pamphlet, I roll it up, and I just bonk them on the head, like, not for everyone, not. And then I give the pamphlet to Angie.
And yeah.
Fine. And you see he sort of almost flounces away, like turns on his heel and walks off. And the other two follow him. They are two women. Oh, sorry, one man, one woman who follow him. Yeah.
I was sensing it from the little girl. I got confused because
She's
her
still there.
aura is so strong. It felt like it was coming in, but it wasn't him. It was you. It was overpowering for a diviner like me.
Don't worry about Victor.
Ah, Victor.
We don't.
They don't like animals as much as I do.
Why?
Yes.
They just want to put them on their walls, and I don't really understand it. They live in one of the big houses, you see. He's not a boarder. That's why I don't think he really can have seen the thing. I saw it.
You saw it, darling. Well, Puppet, why did we go inside, warm ourselves by the fire? We can have trumpets. I turned to the professor. I think 3 crumpets and some teas. That'll be great,
yes,
thank you.
Yes,
and you could tell her.
I will make 4 because I would quite like a crumpet as well.
And I turn back to the child. I'm like, what? And you can tell us all about it. And we can tell you all about the institute as well. Any questions you can ask us. A quick Q&A, so to speak. More.
Okay.
And so you make your way inside and you get dried off by a big roaring fire. You're put in this sort of drawing room-esque, and there are these 4 big chairs, and the professor sits down so quickly. He's just so chill. He's still in his very tight swimming onesie, and it's just there. He's got like those suspenders for socks on, he's put sandals on though because he thought he was going in the water. So he's got socks and sandals with suspenders, the striped suit, and then his little glasses sort of pinned on his nose. And then Anya sits down in one of the chairs, and she looks tiny in it. Like she's quite a skinny girl. She's sort of almost slightly gaunt in the face. And she sort of sits there, and he goes, well, Anya is one of our scholarship students, and she's very bright, and we think there's great potential in Anya, and we're very, very pleased to have her. She's like, and she sort of kicks her legs a little bit on the big squishy chair, eating a crumpet.
Well, I sort of said, well, Anya, you did us a great service, and if we may impose a little bit on your time, I am sure you're very busy and whatnot. If you could tell us a little bit about what you saw, so that the institute can just, dot the T's and cross the I's and all that sort of
Without rifles, there will be no rifles.
I don't want it to be rifles.
No, we will be one. Him?
He was a man, but his face was different.
Would you say it was a big face or a small face, depending on where you were from? A big face, okay.
Squishy face.
Squishy face.
Squishy, big eyes. They were really dark. I couldn't. You know how when you look into things and they're so dark that you just can't see them? It was like that. And it was dark outside, but his eyes were darker.
Oh.
And he had a
When
big
was
beard.
this? Beard?
It was
When
up-
was this?
I could see it up from my room. I live up,
And she sort of points up, and you know you're quite close to the outskirts of where the building site would be. And she's,
I'm just a couple of floors up in the board. And so I was meant to be asleep, and she sort of looks at the professor. It's like, but I was doing some reading. I was reading about these chickens that have fiery tails.
Oh, yes, we know them well. I sort of dig into Shanti. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, they're called 8 viras, right?
yes,
Yes.
I read it from the Mappa Mundi Institute pamphlet that they sent round.
yes. We came across one in the wild, so to speak. Well, in a barn.
Sort of a wild barn.
barn,
Wilds
yes.
of a barn.
I was reading
Yes.
about them, and then I heard a noise outside. I heard a big crash, and I went out and I saw him, and he looked up. He saw me. He looked at me through the window.
What
And
was he
Professor
doing?
goes, "No, you mustn't make up tales, Anya." It's like,
No,
no, I
no,
did,
no,
I
no.
did.
No. Well, let's just. I sort of hand waved the professor, and I sort of. What was this person doing? Where were they when you were looking down? What were they doing?
They just, they were walking, but they had a big stick,
Big stick.
and then
Oh.
I think they were hurt,
Oh.
and then I don't know. I just think they got hurt. Their leg looked in pain.
Okay. That was very
hope they're
brave of you
okay.
to tell us. Well, we can go and see. Like, did you see if they ran off anywhere, or they hid
They went
anywhere?
into the river. That's why I knew where the life ring was, because I went to find it the next day in case I could save him.
Ah, very bright young mind here.
Thank you.
These are excellent instincts.
Are you going to be able to save him?
Well, and I look to my companion and I go, well, we do our best. You know, we're here to find out what all this hoi polloi with the struts and the vandalism and stuff. But it sounds like, and we've had, I'll be honest, some conflicting reports about what kind of things are going on around here. But you can guarantee that we will investigate and make sure that if there is any harm, that we will do our best to mend it.
I sense in the crumbs of the scones, crumpets, that there will be good luck in this place.
See? Chance wouldn't say that if otherwise. Chance is very good at reading things.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go now.
and she sort of hops off the chair, and the professor goes, "Yes, good, run along." And sort of she runs out of the room. Well, thank you for humouring her. Appreciate it. We
it's
really
very,
do not believe a frog man. It seems silly. Do you not think?
Well, clearly something or someone has been attacking your structures. And unless you know to the contrary of who else could have been vandalizing stuff, then it's as good as lead as any.
I mean, some of the children, perhaps some of the commoners, they aren't fans of ours, you know, often.
Webbed footprints. It is all coming together in a froggy, crystallized frog thing.
Right. Yes. Sure. I mean, look, would you like to speak to the other children?
Yes.
All of them, or
No, not all of them.
not in like an assembly? I can call an assembly if you would like.
No.
Or we
do
can just
that.
bring in the 3 who potentially saw the monster.
Not Victor.
Victor is one of them.
No, not Victor. The other ones.
I'll sort of turn to Chansey and say, Chansey, this is our best chance of getting some good leads. So we need to rise to the challenge and defeat these small children, especially one called Victor. I mean, who calls a child Victor when they might not be victorious in everything? You know, that's why my parents called me Jane. Only Boomer came later.
Maybe
Right, I'll go fetch the thing. Okay.
Fantastic. And some more crumpets. Yes.
He comes back with a heaping tray of crumpets. They are steaming. There is butter. There is jam. There is whatever you could possibly want to put on.
I really need an Blyton book right now. Right.
And
Ginger
he
beer,
goes, well,
yeah.
these crumpets, obviously, not from the mill. I'm sure you heard. We've had to have them imported. I tell you, the merchants making some good money on this. So,
Yes. No, very much. Put it on our expenses back at the institute.
Perfect. Yes, shall do. Yes. I don't think we have a tab with them, but I can set one up easily.
Yeah,
the schools don't tend to have tabs, but I agreed to it so quickly. It must be a thing that we can possibly.
Put it this way:
They were free crumpets, Boomer. They were free.
No. Well, you send us an invoice.
We weren't going to charge, but this is fine. No, we'll ping you over
Morgana's the
bill.
person in charge, so make sure you make it out to Morgana first. That's yeah.
Shall do. Yes, I know Morgana. Yes. Okay. Victor, Kalina, in you come. And Nikolai too. Sorry, apologies. There's three of you. Victor, Nikolai, Kalina, in you come. And you see Victor walks in first.
I'm not looking. I'm looking out. Is there a window?
There is a window.
I'm gazing out the window. I don't. But I very quickly run
Yeah,
so I can
are
gaze
you
out the window.
stood like this out the
Yes.
window?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He's a 12-year-old boy.
I'm fine.
They're the worst ones.
know.
And he walks in and he goes, oh, hello. Hello again.
Well, nice to meet your acquaintance again. Please, take some crumpets. It's just a friendly little chat about what you saw. Yes, as you might have heard, we are part of the institute, and we were just doing some preliminary investigations with the water, and we very much kindly thanks for your service.
Sure, yeah. So Nikolai and Kalina, they say they saw a dog person, like, trying to steal some of the children.
So they saw a dog person. Interesting. I turned to the two of them, and how big or small would you say this dog person was? And he, I get out my notebook and I just when did you see this?
I don't know. I saw it, like, last week. It was, like, at least 6 foot tall.
6 foot tall.
This is Kalina speaking.
Yes, lovely to meet you.
Yeah, there was, like, blood all over its face.
Oh, terrible. And was this at break time? Was it after supper?
Nikolai chimes in at this point and goes, it was during the night time.
Oh, nighttime, mysterious for some. Oh, excellent.
Both of you make an observation check.
One. I'm looking out of a window.
Cool. Yeah, you're looking out a window. Yeah, cool. Okay, carry on.
Interesting. So you say you saw this and you said it was attacking children or finding children.
It just had a look that it was going to go and steal a child.
Now you see, you've made an assumption about how it looks. Just because it's got blood around its mouth doesn't mean it's attacking. Maybe it's a toothache. Have you thought of that?
Yes,
No,
and
pop it.
it said, like, I'm going to kill the children, I'm going to steal them and sacrifice them.
Oh, so you heard it talking to itself.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very smart. And then they called me, and I saw it, and I didn't have time to get my gun, so...
So what did it do? Did it see you? Did it run away? Is that what's happening here, Victor?
Yes, it ran away.
Oh, where did it run to?
It ran away. It ran into the city.
Ran into the city. Interesting.
Yes. I expect it ran to the watermill where it did the damage to that, or maybe it went.
Oh
to
yes, we've heard so much about this watermill with the
Right.
circle turny thing.
That's why we can't get the good bread anymore.
Oh, the sourdough.
Mummy and Daddy are sending me some sourdough, actually. But
How wonderful for you. Tell me, Victor. Again, this is more a personal pry. I hope you don't mind. But what is this with your obsession with guns and hunting? Like, and it feels like you saw a creature. It ran away. Wasn't doing harm to you. You assumed it said stuff to harm, but it didn't. It just ran away. Didn't do anything to attack you.
I just like to preserve beauty. And if you kill something while it's beautiful, then you can keep it.
Oh, did this creature seem beautiful to you?
Seemed interesting.
And And I sort of go, well, that's part of my investigation. I'll bring in bad cop. And I turn around to Chauncey, and I'm like, I've warmed them up for you, darling. And I hit the seat next to me.
Oh, take a deep breath. Go and sit down next to Boomer, looking steady as a rock, inscrutable, calm as a very flat lake when there's no wind. I don't say this. This is just how I look.
You just mutter it under your breath, like I am a leaf on the wind. I am a pond of calm.
I'm a little pot of calm. I'm going to look at them all, and I'm going to use my intentions skill.
Yes.
To try and.
It's a skill, isn't it?
Work out what they're trying to do with this.
Yeah, suss them out. Yeah.
Right. You
Conversation.
can make me a deduction roll. Only a 1 will fail.
Okay.
Come on.
That was a 1. This one rolls 1s. This one rolls 3s and 6s.
Okay. As you're trying to work out what is going on with these children, but they are so scary. Like, kids are terrifying, and you don't know what to do. You do not. Normally, you can read people. Normally, you can hear water talking to you.
It talks to me.
Why are these children so difficult to read? No, you got a 1. Sorry.
I hear the whispers of the leaves. They tell me of great terrors, of darkness that will hide under your bed, and beware!
Right, yes. I mean, that makes perfect sense. This is what the story is we all hear as children anyway, is that the dog people will come and snatch you from your beds if you don't do your chores and all of that.
Oh.
That's what Mummy and Daddy used to say all the time.
Yes.
Sorry, you say you have these. You've already heard these tales. So
Yes,
how are
everyone
we
hears
to?
these tales.
Yes. So, but therefore we have no proof that you actually saw this. You could easily just be drawing on these tales. You understand that again? Just what proof is it that you saw these creatures?
Nikolai goes, it attacked me.
It attacked you. Well, you should have led with that first puppet. Come on, let's see what it did attack you.
It attacked you. Oh my god, I'm going to get sued. And,
No. Where is it? A little bite, a little scratch?
yes, a little scratch.
Where?
He sort of lifts his shirt up, and you see there is just this tiny little scratch on his side.
Oh, a little bit of a boo-boo. Oh.
It was like a week ago. It was bigger then.
Yeah. So let me understand this. Just clearly from the three of you just talking now. You saw a big dog man creature with blood around its sort of jowls, its teeth.
Yes.
And it was spouting how it was going to kill and sacrifice creatures.
Correct.
And you got a small scratch, and you didn't decide to tell the teacher that you'd been attacked by this creature.
No, because they'd like expel me or something probably.
Why would they expel you for being hurt, dear boy?
Because we shouldn't have been out chasing the creature.
I'm sure. Well, you were chasing the creature.
I didn't chase
no.
the creature. I mean, we just went down to see it, and then it hit me with its sword.
So it again sounds like, I don't know, Chauncey, if you feel the same, that you were actually provoking whatever it was, and you got a little nick, if anything. So if anything, it was more scared of you than you were scared of it, Ma.
I wouldn't say that. It said it was going to kill the children.
Oh, it sounds like maybe you were saying that you were going to kill it with your guns. Mm.
And Kalina goes, I don't have a gun.
You were just there for fun then, bit of sport.
I just like to go see the... I just went with them.
Go see the what, my dear?
No, the creature, you know? Okay, I'm bored now. I'm going to go. Victor, are you coming? And Victor, Kalina leave the room. And Nikolai's like, look, hey, it wasn't the creature. The scratch, it's not from that. Sorry for lying. My bad.
I foresaw that. I could tell.
Yes.
Exactly as I swore. I knew that.
And the professor goes, well, why did you lie? He's like, I didn't. Victor wants us to lie about it. I didn't see a creature.
You didn't see the creature.
They didn't see the creature. But you said you did.
It's a lie.
Why would you do that?
Victor asked me to.
Is it to make fun of us?
No, not to make fun of you. I don't think to make fun of you. Just, tell funny stories. It scares the smaller kids, and then they help Victor out with doing stuff,
Oh.
Well, thank you for your honesty. Sometimes it is braver to be honest than to lie. We've all been there.
So, it was probably just, one of the people in the town that did it.
Well, your secret of being honest is safe with us.
All right.
So tap my
Don't tell Victor. Okay.
Would you like this? Would you like this special rock I found?
Oh, no, thank you. And just walks out the room.
You keep it. You never know when a special rock will come in handy.
What does the rock look like?
Yes.
It's got a teardrop shape, so it's bigger at one end, and then there's a little indent in the like a pipe, like a bowl with a cup and a little handle.
Okay. With that,
Well, yeah. I was going to quickly turn to Charles and go, well, I wonder if our next port of call, you said you saw footprints going into the river. I mean, we have this water wheel thingy that we could also investigate, but it feels like you have more. I mean, what vibe do you get? Do you want to go to the river or anywhere else?
The frog man went into the river. I think they're angry because they're trying to move the river. And they don't like it.
What was that?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm going to go get some more crumpets. You crumpets out the room.
You are an absolute treat.
They're very good.
Yes.
He's gotten far more campus the more he talks.
I love it. It's because we got
put that
it's
swimming
the
costume
week.
on.
Yeah, it's a swimming costume, but also the weakness of crumpets, because no one, I think, can deal with a good crumpet.
Oh, good buttery crumpet. Oh.
Anyway,
Uma, they think they are above nature. They think they can divert the course that water has spent centuries, millennia forging through this land. But they cannot, not without angering something.
yes, I agree with this assessment of the water sources. In that case, then, it feels like there's two things. There's something that happened here at the school, but then also at the water. I think they're two separate creatures, maybe, rather than one affects the other, but they are connected by the water.
Why do you think they're separate creatures? Because one of them is a very big small bear.
I mean, who knows? Big small bear, a possible dog person, which again, unconfirmed reports. I think, if anything, the two sources we've got in terms of yourself and the little girl talking about the frogmen, and also you've got your water source, a confirmed angry, and I think that's all connected. But whether or not the water wheel is connected or not is
We
a
should
separate
look
thing.
at the water wheel and the other site for footprints and angry water.
Good idea. Yes, more angry water, it seems.
Yes.
Good job, Poppet.
I have foreseen it.
You have.
Okay. So you're making your way to some of the other sites where there's been the reported vandalism. Okay, great. Let's say you head to the watermill first.
Yeah.
And as you get there, it's sort of a bit round the side of the city, but it's over the river, and the what used to be a wheel would dip into the water, and you can see where it would have spent. But now, however, there is just the spoke where the wheel would be, and there is nothing attached to it. And you assume it has been taken in, maybe to be fixed or
Fixed, yeah. Oh, gosh. Well, I guess, do you wish to wander around the bank to see if there's more of the flippy floppy footsteps, or should we go and make our introductions?
Flippy floppy, let us observe first. Let me feel what the ground tells me. And I'm going to also, I think I will also crouch down and put my two hands, palms flat, against the soggy earth.
All right. Well, if you need me, I've got my emergency lasso just in case.
Boomin stands there with the lasso ready to go. Are you using a particular skill here?
I can't interact with the mud, can I?
You can explain to me how you're trying to use touch.
I could use touch, or I could.
I think that's fine. I'll give you the interaction.
You're doing your Full Metal Alchemist with the mud. Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
give you that. Give me, but yeah, you will make a traversal check for me. And so you need a 5 or a 6.
Ooh, 2.
Okay. You sort of try and commune with this mud, and like dig your fingers in. It gets under your fingernails and that lovely squishy feeling of mud. But you sort of, as you look, you realize the wheel would have been like in the water. So if something had come from the water to try and attack it,
wouldn't have needed to
needed to click on that.
Good point. The mud is quiet. The mud does not want to be disturbed. It feels like its peace has been too disrupted by many people. Mm-hmm. We must respect its wishes.
It's a bit,
talk
bit obtuse, this mud.
Talk to the people instead.
Hey, good job. All right. And I sort of get in, and I just open the door. Good morrow, and I just go in.
Hello. Hi. Hi. And you see a woman behind, sort of a larger woman with sort of a flowy shirt on, of lots of different colours, baggy pants, and has got like a headband on. She's like, "Oh, hello. Yes. Hi. I'm Sarah. Can I help you?"
Sarah,
we have no bread right now. I'm so sorry.
No. We're not here to purchase. We're here to survey and help. My name is Boomer, and this is Chauncey, and we're here from the institute. We heard that you had a spot of trouble with your circular Tony thingy. We wanted to check in with that.
Mappa Mundi. Yes, but I do not believe. You say the institute, the creatures. We believe it was just vandals. No.
It's part of more of a wider operation. I mean, we just want to check in because we are part of the community, and obviously bread is part of the community, and I just wanted,
bread.
What have you done to the water recently? What plans have you to disrupt its ancient course?
Oh, nothing. No, nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Are you sure?
We love the water is what makes the mill run. I am very respectful. I worship the water.
Oh, really?
Well, not like I don't pray to it, but yes,
Oh.
it is my way of life. I do not know how to function without the water on the wheel, and now I have no wheel.
Does it speak to you?
Oh, no.
Maybe you should try and listen sometime.
She stops and just sort of. I'm not quite hearing anything.
Not now. Not
Okay.
now. Another time.
Sure,
a different time.
yes.
another time. Yes.
Yeah.
I do not think we did anything to make it angry.
I mean, again, if you can remember, has there been any weird things that have been happening here, like in the lead up to when the wheel broke? Any unusual things that's just stuck coming around, going, I'll remember this for later in case someone comes around and asking,
No, and then I wish I had, but no, but really nothing. The only thing that, and it's a silly thing, and I told the knights when they came around investigating, but I think they just thought I was being silly. I lost my scarf.
Scarf?
Yes,
No.
the night the wheel was broken, my scarf went missing.
Oh.
It was very nice silk scarf. I spent a lot of money on it.
And what is it? Is it long and a certain colour,
It's
or
it was like a purpley green kind of mashup. It was quite nice. It went with a lot of my clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was silk. It was good quality.
Yeah. Oh, maybe
the
we'll
merchants
turn
got it in from far away.
Well, hopefully you will find it again, no doubt. I wonder, could you do you have the wheel here? Could we have a quick look see at it? I'm actually
yes,
a dab
it's in
hand
the
at
mill.
looking at these things.
Yes, come. And you can see you're in a room that would have shelves where there would normally be bread and loaves and things on the thing. There's nothing there. There's sort of a cabinet, and then there's some stairs on one side, which you assume probably lead up to sort of maybe a living quarters. And then she brings you around the back, where you can see this mill. So you can see all the inner workings of the wheel of like these cogs and things leading to sort of a grinder, and there's sort of ovens and various places around. I don't know how mills work. I should have thought about this. I didn't. A grinder. They grind the wheat.
Stone, yeah.
And a millstone, is that what it is? Okay, great.
Yeah, I just don't think it's called a grinder, that's all, but maybe it is.
They have to grind it,
Yeah,
so I think
they
it
do,
does a
yeah,
grinding
it's
action, therefore it's a grinder.
It's a grinding stone.
And you can see the
yes,
windows
absolutely.
out to the river, but then in the middle of the room is this sort of wheel and it looks... There are sort of a lot of the slats that would have been the things that sort of made it move. A few of them have been pulled off, sort of one after the other. So there's a big hole in it, and then the center where it would sit onto the spoke, 2 of the beams attaching that have splintered.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Please take a look.
Oh, that's very kind. I mean, I'll be honest. I've dabbled a little bit in, those little machines like automatons. I made a few of them back when I was a small child, and so they do little things. So I have an idea of working mechanics.
Sure.
So I
Yes,
can have
please.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll look over this. I'm not gonna attempt to repair it or anything like that. But I guess the beams themselves. You said they were sort of splintered or something like that. Is it very similar to what we saw at the school?
It's very
at
similar.
all? Similar. Okay.
It
Would it
looks like, but they are. Whereas that one looked like it's sort of. You can
Snapped
imagine how
into-
someone. I mean, huge, but you can imagine how they could have snapped. These are attached at either end to other circles, and they've still kind of bowed and broken. So it would have taken a great deal of strength.
Strength. Yes. Interesting.
And actually, make me a deduction check
Oh, okay, okay.
or an exploration, whichever you prefer.
I've just used the deduction. That is a 4.
With a 4, as you look at it, there is on just one of them, you can just see a little bit of very dark brown. It could be blood.
Oh, okay. A little, Chance, look. I think the little, tiny little bit of rust colour. I suspect whatever was sort of on these sort of spokes, as it were, was injured. So maybe this mysterious frog person might have come here.
Did you say frog person?
It's the working name for this case.
Oh,
Yes.
Have you seen any people of a froggy nature?
well, no, and I wouldn't expect to.
No.
Why not?
Well, we you can call it a superstition if you like. We appease the frog people.
You do?
We leave honey out for them.
Did you forget to leave the honey out?
No, I never forget to leave the honey out. And
Are
she
you
gestures,
sure?
And you see a wall full of honey.
Oh,
Full of honey,
that's full of
amazing.
honey.
Oh, and so is this like a nightly thing, or every couple of days you leave
Nightly,
stuff
I
out?
put a bit of honey out.
What if someone stole the honey? What if the person who stole your scarf stole the honey?
Oh, that would be bad.
That would annoy if I was a
I
frog
don't
person.
I don't really know what the frog people do. It's just an old wives' tale, you know? It just passes down.
Yeah, but it makes sense. It gives good luck and stuff like that. And I mean, I assume that when you put out the little jars of honey and stuff like that, it's gone by the next day.
Always, yes.
Always. Oh. And have you been doing it since the water wheel has?
Yes,
been
every
broken?
night. I do not wish for them to find me. It's silly. It's just a silly thing my mother taught me.
What else did she tell you about the frog people?
Just that if you do not, they will bring misfortune on your life.
Misfortune.
I've been putting out double honey since this, because I thought, I've already had misfortune. We don't want it to get worse.
They still
yeah, so
take
you
the
gotta-
honey.
This honey still goes, yeah,
Got to sweeten the pot a little bit. Yes.
quite exactly. Yes, honey is sweet.
You don't want to give people too much honey. Certain creatures, if you give them too much honey, it can actually be quite bad for them.
Oh, I'll
Yes.
just do the one then.
Yeah, I wouldn't double honey.
Okay, only single honey.
Yes. Diabetes is very dangerous.
You
How
think, you
about
think this could be frog people? You think they're real?
No. I think what we found
I thought maybe the cats
wonderful
were
ways.
eating it, you know?
I think this is a lead, which we're very much appreciative of. If you don't mind, could we stay with you tonight and observe the honey ritual, and we will see if it is picked up by anyone, and maybe we can sense some more about who, because if anything, if you put out honey on the night that the water wheel is broken, that person or some creature might have seen what actually happened to the water wheel.
Oh, yes, I think that is not a bad idea. What a good idea. Yes, I wasn't.
I'm full of them.
But you want to stay here?
Yes, makes sense.
Okay, I guess we're friends now. Okay, cool. I don't really have a bed for you or anything.
Oh, we'll budge up in a corner or something. Have you got a rug or something that we can?
Yes, I have a rug. Yes.
Perfect.
Great. I'm Sarah, by the way. I don't know if I said.
You did a
I
boomer.
did. Okay, hi. Yes, and Chauncey, right?
Chanteurs.
Chanteurs. Oh, great. Lovely name. Okay, cool. I guess I'll get
What's
the
for
rug.
dinner?
Oh, well, okay. Well,
Yeah,
we
quite a
don't
lot of
have any bread,
crumpets.
so
Yes.
um,
Yes.
do you have crumpets?
They were imported.
Oh, yeah, they would be. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't want that to happen. People get used to imported bread. They won't want mine, you know?
Yes. So sorry.
Yeah, but it was a one-off. You know, we had to. The thinking man's crumpet is. Anyway, we'll as soon as we worked out what's going on, we'll fix your wheel, and you'll be back in business, booming again.
Right, I'll make us some stew.
Amazing.
And she cooks up a beautiful stew for you. This is not where I thought this would go, but I love it.
This is such a good idea.
Such a good idea.
Like Fiona, that was
so
such
much
a good
sense.
idea. It does make so much sense, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought of it in a million
You
years.
said the school's like across town, and I'm not
Wait.
going back. I'm
See
staying
what
here.
happens. That's great. Like, where's the fucking honey going? I love
Where's the
it.
honey going?
I love it.
Let's
This is such a good
find
idea.
out.
Yeah.
I adore
Yeah.
these characters too, Hereford. Okay. You settle down for the night. What is your plan? She's sort of Sarah explains. You have a lovely stew. It is very wholesome, very that real like rich tomatoey. It's lovely. It really like soothes your soul. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go put the honey out,
Yep. Mhm.
and then I go to bed, and you two are gonna like hang out down here.
Yes.
We'll be still and silent, so that we should not disturb. It would be most unfortunate were we to disturb the frogmen from their honey consumption,
Or whoever it might be.
or the cats.
Yes. We'll stick in this bush over here. We're used to doing some bird watching, aren't we? So we'll just be here.
I thought we were going to be inside. Is the honey not inside?
Why would we be inside? What if we need to go speak to them instantly?
honey
Where do you
is
put the honey?
Outside.
On the
I put
yeah,
it
you put-
outside on the bank of the
Oh
river.
no! Damn it!
I think it was.
I just thought we were going to be in a nice dry room with a millstone and some honey.
Well, I mean, look,
Damn
and she
it.
opens the back door, which would lead out. The wheel would normally be in front of it, and there's sort of steps leading down towards the river. And she sort of goes and she's like, I put it on the second step up from the bottom.
It does make
And then
sense.
she
Otherwise,
sort of
how would
puts
the
it there
frogmen
and
get
then,
it?
and then goes back in and it's got, okay, well,
I've got keys. Sorry.
I do not have keys to my mill. That is not... Look, I don't even know. It's just a thing I do. It's just a silly little thing, you know?
Nothing is silly. I very much appreciate it because it has given us a lead. And I go outside, find a bush.
Let's do two separate bushes. One person on one side of the river.
Yeah.
And one person, I don't know, is there a tree? Oh, this is going to be a terrible night. I thought we came back to the city and I was like, oh, good, the comfort. Look, I like being one with nature. I love being one with nature.
Yes.
I just like cream of ice and beds as well. You know, is that so bad?
Johnson,
When I walk here, the thorns don't catch on my clothes.
darling, Puppet, you don't understand. This is nature and we embrace ourselves. There's time for cream of ice and beds all the time. But here, well, we've got a clue. And we're gonna find this frogman, and we're gonna find out. We'll get to the bottom of this, and you know what? When we do the assembly,
you could really stick it to that Victor and
Yes.
his little cronies.
Yes.
Because we
yes,
were like,
because-
do no harm. Rule
Yes.
1 of the Institute. Yeah.
Yes. Right. All right, Joe, let's not disturb the frog people until after they've eaten the honey. Yes.
I heard that. Yes.
Okay. There are trees the other side of the river. There is sort of like a little mini wood kind of thing on the other side, quite sporadic. So they're sort of like oaky kind of vibe trees. And you do hear sort of the faint sound of cuckoo, cuckoo. There's a cuckoo in the background, just because that's nice. And what are you two doing?
I'll become one with a tree.
Okay.
There's a big bush that I think only just about
it's
covers.
shaken.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, there's a big bush which covers, and all you have is my binoculars sticking out. Very much Feathers McGraw-esque, that sort of
Great.
like
Yeah, great.
looking out. But I assume it's quite close to the steps, so it's really I might not see this creature, but like I
If
can
the
see
wheel was
the
one
honey's
side,
on
it's
that.
the other side. We'll
Yeah,
say is the
so
bush. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
It's quite a prickly little bush. There's sort of you have to sort of wriggle into it a bit, and sort of you get a couple
Yeah,
of like.
no pain, no gain.
Right. I am going to say, do either of you have the gift interaction?
Yes.
Shamini does, yeah.
Excellent.
And this is a gift. The honey's a
Truth.
gift.
Gift, yeah.
Or a feed interaction, but if you've got the gift interaction.
I've got a gift.
We are going to sort of enter a sort of mini encounter phase. Where as you two, we have skipped the journey phase, as you two have found a way to sort of find the animal, and it makes a lot of sense.
It's clever.
It's very clever, and so we're doing
It's
it.
clever.
So for people watching at home, for all of that you've just watched was the research phase that these two were doing. They were finding information, and from that, based on what you found and what you didn't find, I have been building what is known as a journey deck, which is what will take you to the encounter phase normally. And you build a journey deck using cards. In the actual game, there are these beautiful cards, and they are stunning. I highly recommend getting the game purely to get the cards. I'm very excited about having my own physical cards. And you either put the cards in right-wise up or inverted. And basically, it could be a card, for example, the river. And a right-wise up would be like sort of a nice flowing river that is quite easy to cross, and the challenge would be quite minor. However, if you invert it, it could be raging rapids, and that would be because they didn't maybe find out a bit of information about the river or about the creature and how it relates to a river. So basically, bearing on what you find affects the journey deck and how you build that up as a storyteller. Normally then you would play out the journey deck as you go to find the creature, and then you would enter the encounter phase. And based on how the journey deck went, then that would affect the mood of the creature, whether they are passive or aggressive. Because they do not know you are coming, they're not going, even though you are hiding, and because you've done well in the research phase, even though we haven't done the journey phase, I'm going to say that the creature will arrive in a passive nature, not an aggressive one to begin with. However, depending on how things go, maybe that will change. So you wait, and you wait, and are you just staring at the honey?
Trying to, probably.
Yes.
Yeah. As far as successfully as one can, spend hours staring at steps with honey on.
Lovely. Both of you make me an observation check to begin with.
Okie dokie. 3.
Okay.
One.
Okay. Chanteurs, you fall asleep.
Yeah.
You are tired.
I'm draped
you've been
over a
travelling.
branch like a big cat, just snoozing.
You thought you were going to sleep in a bed tonight, and you are not. Boomer, you managed to stay awake. But you're in that sort of hazy phase, and you're almost dreaming this, like to the point that you don't really wake up. You just you see in the water, and first you see a little snout appear, and tiny little ears, and a little face appears with big buck teeth, and it keeps swimming, and it's got a big tail, and it sort of scurries, and sort of clambers up onto the steps, and a little beaver sits by the honey and kind of looks around and sort of sniffs the honey and then looks left, looks right, and dives back into the water. And following it, and then it comes back and its head pops up again. See the little ears, little face. And then next to it, another face begins to emerge. Much larger. The head of almost a bulbous man appears with these big dark eyes, and as it pulls its head out, you see this giant beard. And I will go to the picture of what you see.
Okay.
So this is the face that you see without the hat.
Oh my god.
Out the hat. Oh.
Ignore that, and a little beaver on the bottom. And you see this sort of frog-like face, this stretched open mouth, and you see a hand reach out and pick up the jar of honey. What would you like to do?
Well, firstly, that picture is bloody adorable. I love it. It's so big. Okay. I sort of like, I'm seeing this being sort of slightly asleep, like where it's here. Oh, this is so much more exciting than the blue-footed booby. I appear from the bush, and I go, "Good evening, kind creature. Hello. Yes. Hi."
You see it sort of turns towards you. And I should have said, you have unlocked an interaction, a behaviour already in this with the gift action. This is a creature whose behaviour is demands offerings. You see as it takes the honey, it sort of looks around and sort of nods and like puts it in almost a satchel that it's attached to its side. But then it sort of turns to you as it speaks and just sort of looks. Are you using any kind of interaction here?
Good question. I am going to say, so what I do, I sort of go, "Oh, hello. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your nightly sort of taking of the honey and stuff like that."
Only up to here in the water.
It's only up to here. Okay. I just wanted to check and just check in. Hello. Could I have a quiet 5 minutes with you? I'm going to try and read it.
Okay, let me look at read.
It's a deduction.
Quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me a deduction skill. Check. Sorry.
Yes. Okay. Cool. That's a 3.
Okay. You don't learn any behaviours from this.
Fine.
However, you get the sense that it is thinking about leaving very quickly. I don't wish to, and I mean you no harm. I just wanted to check. We think we spotted you down at the school. There was some problems with the water and the thing. I just wanted to check in and how things were. We could help in some way. I go into my pockets and I go, "Oh, what did I bring?" And I pull out, because I would have kept it if Chancey didn't like the water, the lemon and the cucumber. That's in my pocket. And I go, yes, just a little bit more of your time. Just wanted to check in, make sure you're okay. You're injured. I think you're injured, good friend. Maybe we could have a look-see and then maybe fix it up. And I hit my leg to indicate pain. Ow. It sort of it sort of cocks its head slightly at you, and I'll say, Chanteuse, at this point you do start to wake.
What with the tree? What with the tree?
And it lowers its head so that its mouth sits under the water, so just its eyes are above it and the little beaver is next to it, and you sort of see bubbles emerging in the water, and it sort of keeps staring at you, Boomer. And it waits and then sort of turns its head again and dives under, and you can't see where it goes.
No, I eat the cucumber. Chance, did you see?
Yes, I'm seeing. What did I see? What?
The big frog-like creature. Weirdly, not as scary as I thought it was. I mean, it was big, but it wasn't what I've been reading some terrible books by some terrible person. I think it wanted to leave.
but it stayed, and then it left. So I think we should go after it.
Okay, Boomer. Oh dear.
You can both take a fate point for that whole section because I think that it's just amazing that you both remembered, you thought of that, and that was a lovely little scene. And Chanteuse, I should have given you one earlier for being in the river, because that absolutely deserved a fate point.
That was so cool.
So yes, you both got a fate point. Boomer from that little the idea and that scene, and Chanteuse from your singing in the river earlier. Yes. And we'll keep going for a little bit if you two are okay, and we'll wrap it up in sort of a few minutes. But I will say with that, you are able to sort of maybe go inside and curl up under a rug. You have to sort of squish up together a little bit, but you do get to get some sleep under a rug rather than in a bush or a tree. And it's the first time...
Boomer did just imply that we had to go chase the frog right now.
Oh, did you? Sorry, apologies.
Yes.
Okay.
We can do it, but like...
that was what I took from that.
Oh, if you would like to go chase it now, we can absolutely do that.
I mean, I didn't say I would like to.
No, but I said we could go, and then I think I see Chantruce's like sort of like, and I'm like, but you know, we're better prepared if we have a proper good night's sleep. Come on, I'll help you down. You know,
I foresee great things. I foresee that in the dreams we will think of good ideas and stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Come down, Poppet. Come on, and I'll.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Yeah, no. I'll give her most of the rug, and I'll just be like curled up in like my little ball, like.
Lovely. You wake up in the next morning as Sarah comes downstairs and is like, "Good morning. Did you find frog people?"
Good news. Yes, you do have, and you know what? They
that
do
feels
appreciate.
like bad news.
No, good news. They appreciate the gifts. Give more gifts. Keep giving
same
gifts.
gifts.
Okay,
Same
the
gifts.
honey.
Yes.
Do not ever forget the honey.
No. But yes, I good as lead as any is that maybe we will go back to the river at some point. But yeah, well, thank you for your hospitality and good rug.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for helping. Do you think this will answer the questions about my wheel? You
What
think it was
questions?
frog person that did it?
Oh.
I suspect they did not do it, but they may have seen who did do it, which I realise now is probably what I should have asked it rather than sort of...
I mean, I don't think it would have helped, but maybe.
But you know what? We now know there is someone here, and so it's good news. It's good news. Somebody's looking after someone's. It's keeping secure, like looking after you. Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, great.
Yes.
Good frog people. I love it.
You know what? I'd also say, maybe if you've got some spare, like little bits of twigs and maybe leave those out as well. There's some beavers in the area. They probably could use it.
Oh, build a little dam. I don't really want them to build a dam.
I think do what you will.
Okay.
Gifts.
Yes, I think actually often mills are built on a mill run to the side of the main river. You dam the river, and then you build a little side narrower bit where the water is actually going faster, so as to power. But I don't do that
you think
now.
I should dam up the river?
It's probably too late for that. That's probably
Yeah,
not.
I just built. Well, I didn't build it. My great grandfather.
Yeah,
built it,
maybe
so.
maybe leave it as is.
Okay,
Maybe don't.
yeah, that seems like a good idea. I don't think I'll mess around with the river right now. Okay, thanks.
Oh, thank you. And
Would you
we'll
like
report
some
back
honey?
in.
I don't have any bread to offer you.
No, you know what? Honey it is.
And yeah, put that in the pocket.
Yeah.
The never-ending pockets with infantry. Thank you, chat.
I love it. Beautiful. Okay, I will say we are now going to begin the journey phase of this adventure. And we will begin as you enter the plains surrounding Njevod, sorry, the plains of Leknitsa. I assume, what's your plan? Where are you going to go?
I guess, I'll just turn to Chantreuse, like, Because you would have a better sense of the water, perhaps. I don't know. Like, would that work? Like, if you wanted to talk to the water a bit more, or
I feel like a third location of vandalism would be my thought of where to go. Because we've connected frog people to 2 of it, but like you're right, it doesn't seem like the frog people, as long as they got their honey, would have busted the water wheel turny thing. I'm sorry.
Circle to anything.
Yes, so it'd be good to know if. Yeah, I would like a third data point.
Well, I guess we could keep looking in town and see if there's any other because there was talk about bits on the structures as well. Maybe we can
Still houses.
Yeah, still houses, and then we can triangulate and see if they lead in a certain direction.
I think they'll just form a triangle because there'd be 3. What?
That's why you're the brains.
The school you knew was quite downriver, so and then you went further upriver to get to the watermill. And you do remember Morgana saying things about the oars going missing.
Oh yes, that's
of course
what
you
we
did.
were-
Yes,
that's-
that was it. Yes,
that-
the docks, right?
The docks, yeah, which is even further upriver.
Well, I feel like upriver, downriver, the docks. Yes, of course. It's because we didn't go back to the institute last night. Otherwise, we would have checked in with Morgana. But we should go check in with the oar master, the riverboat person who creates. They said the oars were going missing. So
Yes.
wait, hang on.
Yes.
What? Oh, okay. Wild thought.
Yeah.
So we're thinking frog people, but actually, I think I might have met the big bad last night. The beaver, because all these woods are being taken. Maybe the beaver is you're the brains here. Beaver is the brains there.
What wood wasn't taken? It was just broken, wasn't it?
No, but the oars are being taken.
Oh, were they? Can we see with the water turny thing? Sorry.
You can call
Whether
it the water wheel.
after the. I would like to respect the local customs. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether. Because it would be pretty obvious that the pieces have been taken away, right? Like, is it all there but broken?
No.
Yeah.
There are bits missing, which are the slats. So the middle bits have been bowed and bent, but the slats that would have like caught the water to keep it turning, they have been it's seemingly ripped off. So
And
it
gone.
doesn't
They're
turn
not here.
anymore. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't
But they
might
are
have gone
gone.
down river.
You can't see any.
Yeah,
of them.
it
But it
could
could
have
have.
floated off.
We're going up river, so we probably won't find them. But
I mean, it's possible that the beaver is the brains of the operation, and this is all an elaborate dam plan. We will. I will try and sense it.
Just a little tippy toppy thought from the tip of my tongue.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
we must be aware that even beavers can have schemes. Evil schemes.
Evil schemes. Right, spit spot. Come on to the docks.
Okay. You head towards what you're calling the docks, and they're docks in a way. They are docks of a river. So the river gets quite wide here. So there is space.
Are we going down towards the sea? No, we're going up.
No, you're
we're going upriver.
Upriver.
Oh.
So you're going sort of more
They're just
towards the
rivery
mountains. So you're actually going southwards. I'll show you if we go to the map.
Is there a map?
Yeah.
There is a
Yeah.
map.
Hang on.
So, so the river goes towards the sea, downwards. But northwards. So down is north. Downriver is north. Upriver is south. And so you are going sort of further south along the edge of the city of Njavod. I realise the delay means that I've explained that to
Sorry,
you.
I've just
and
seen
then
it.
you'll
It's fine.
see
A map.
For people at home, it will make a lot of sense.
Good.
But yes, so
Okay,
you're going up
yes.
sort of towards. I mean, there is kind of a sea towards the bottom, but I think it's more of an inland sea.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
Kikal
great.
Rift, I believe. So you head further upriver, and you get to the dock, and you see there's just sort of like a pontoon. What's it called? Not a pontoon. the bit where
Jetty.
A jetty,
yeah.
lovely. There's a jetty
What's wrong
going
with
out into the
difference between a
river
jetty
with a
and a
lot of
boat?
little rowboats and a couple of sort of sailing boats, sort of a bit further up, attached. But it's not a big like dock. It's not like a busy port or anything. You know, you get the sense that the sailing boats are probably the biggest that ever come in. You know, a lot of trade routes happen within Leknitsa. It's not sort of international trade because of the flux. A lot of areas of the world are just fully inaccessible to one another. Like you two coming into Leknitsa from outside it is a rarity. You are doing that because you are from the Mappa Mundi Institute. Like there is very little communication between the different areas of the world.
Well, I can go and talk to the locals here. Maybe we can get a boat, and maybe go up a little bit more upriver if that's where the trail of devastation leads us more, or at least investigate. If that works.
Yes, maybe being on the water, we will be more attuned to it.
Righto. And I'll knock. On the door or wherever.
Yeah, there's a little hut, and door opens, and a very short, sort of older man goes, "Hello."
Good
got a big
grief.
beard.
Hello, good sir. Hello. I'll shake my hand. I'm Boomer. This is Chantree, sorry. We're part of the Institute. We're investigating some shenanigans that have been going on. We've heard you've been missing some oars, my friend.
I'm Darius.
Darius, wonderful name.
They took my oars.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Darius. Were they good oars?
They were quite good oars, actually.
Oh,
I painted them myself.
you painted them. Gosh.
And he gestures to the outside of the hut where you can see those sort of metal hooks that the sort of bow inwards, so you can like shove an oar in and they hang on the side.
Cute. If I may ask, because obviously we do not have any examples here. You painted them. What were on them? Were they colours? Were they
Yes,
symbols?
different colours. So the tips of the oars would be either white or red or blue or yellow or green or pink or purple or other colours.
My
Depending on
favourite
which
colour is
boat
other
they go
colours.
with, you see. So then if people took the boat out, I could be like, oh, colour blue, your time is up, back you come.
Oh, interesting. And how many have gone missing, if I may ask?
54.
Right. And any when I'm just flummoxed by such a big number. Oh gosh.
I've got 27 boats, you see.
Pairs. I said I go.
Actually, sorry,
I look
no,
back
25 boats, 4 spares. That makes more sense.
Oh, okay.
But all of them are gone.
I turn to Shanti and I just go, triangle. And I turn back and go, yes. So,
Triangle. Okay.
so do you say that they go missing recently in the night, or did all of them go at once?
No, they went sort of sporadically.
Sporadic.
Slowly over the course of about a month.
Oh, that's
Well,
terrible.
actually, no, you know what? Funny you say that.
I am terribly sorry. I'm going to have to go and have a small baby
That
break.
is absolutely okay. We'll end very. Do you think it will be a long time or a little short time?
I reckon 5 minutes.
Okay, great. We'll
Come
just
back
carry
and
on here
if,
for a little
We'll finish.
bit.
We'll finish
Yeah.
this interaction whilst you go in the water.
Some
Yeah.
chooses it playing around in the water in
Yes.
the
Ah.
good.
Yes. So no. Well, it's funny you say that. You see, originally there was sort of 1 or 2 going missing every night,
Yeah.
and I put a lock on the door, and that got broken.
Oh.
And then one night, about 25 all went missing at once.
Whoa, that's quite a number.
It was and it was right after I reported it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is there anything suspicious? Were they locked up? Were they in a case or something like
I'd
that,
given
or were
up
they
by
just?
that point.
Yes, they're just all taken from the side of
I
the.
probably
this
should
wonderful.
have, stood guard, but I didn't. So
Yeah. Oh. And then and that's been it since then. They all disappeared, and that was it.
Yes,
and,
well, they
or
took
did-
them all, and then they were gone. And I didn't have a business really anymore. I'm getting some new ones brought in. It's costing a lot of money, but it's happening.
Sure. Sure. And I notice anything on the jetty itself? The boats seem fine.
That's all good. The boat's fine. Yes.
Do you mind if I have a quick promenade around the jetty? You see a chance. Oh, they've gone in the water. Don't worry, they're absolutely fine.
Sure.
Yes,
Okay, that's fine. People do that. Yes. No. Please do. Please. Go ahead.
All right, I'll be back momentarily. And,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go. And yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any like wet footprints or mud or anything like that, or anything. If the jetty itself has been gnawed in any way, like again that same sort of damage, perhaps.
Yeah. Make an exploration check for me.
Exploration check. Okay. That's a 2.
You can't see anything in particular that sort of reminds you of the webbed feet or of the gnawing or sort of the breaking of the wood. Nothing seems to sort of ring a bell.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Everything seems to be in quite good working order, apart from the fact that the oars are missing.
I guess then, yeah, I will turn to Darius and when my friend comes back, I was wondering if we could borrow a boat of some sort. We might be heading up river at some point. So I just
You're very
would it be
welcome
possible?
to. I don't have any oars.
No, I hear you loud and clear, but I'm sure there's a way we can help ourselves. Don't worry.
Would you like a sailboat?
And he gestures to one of the bigger boats.
Even better. Gosh, this is wonderful, Darius.
It's a 2-man job to sail it.
Well, we are 2 chroniclers from the Mappa Mundi. We'll
Oh, you're
sail
from the
and.
Institute. Lovely.
Oh, I should have.
I'm
Yes,
not sure
I
if you
must
did.
leave
Maybe
that.
you did. My memory's awful.
You know what? It's fine, Darius. My memory's kaput. Blah.
No. These two having a conversation is silly. Yes, no, that's fine. It'll be 50 gold
Yes.
for the day.
Why don't tell you what? I don't carry such heavy cash amounts on me.
Yes.
If you invoice the institute,
Yes.
more-
Okay. Yes. They've got an account, of course. Yes. I'll make it out to Morgana. Yes. I know
Yes,
her well. Yes.
wonderful lady. Yes.
Lovely.
And we'll say with that, you start loading up the boat. And I will say you are a fixer, Boomer. That is one of the
Yes,
sort of classes in Mappa Mundi. And I believe you have the sort of quartermaster resourceful traits.
Yes, I do. Yes.
So you know exactly what you need to go. So you might need for this journey. And it's a little sailboat. Like there's some space. There's a little underneath, so you can go in the base of the boat. And would you like to shape the boat a bit and tell me a bit about what the boat looks like?
Absolutely. Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Emily. So I think the boat we've got, because obviously they all have really good names, right? And I think this is called, I think it's called the Wood Knot, but like wood and then KNOT, but like the Wood Knot. I think it is. I think compared to most sailboats, I think it's unusual because it's maybe of a reddish color. So maybe it's made out of cherry or something like that. And I think there is, and yeah, I think with. Again, sorry, I keep thinking of canal boats, which I know this is not what it is, but like there's definitely some decorations of like painted on flowers and stuff like that. So like around the sort of the bow. So it looks very beautiful as a. Cause it sounded like with the rowboats, it's probably something similar. But I like the idea that it's just tiny little like flowers that just around where it says the knotwood. Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, lovely. Absolutely. That's exactly what the wood knot looks like. And what are you packing into it as you get ready to go on this expedition?
Well, again, I'm so glad you asked. I think I would obviously rations of what we need because we don't know how long a journey we might be taking. I think actually I might put in a small order back at the watermill to get some honey with us, so we've got a little bit of that.
Yeah, she'll give you. She'll charge
She gave us
you,
a little bit of
but
honey.
Invoice the Mappa Mundi
Invoice the
Institute. Yeah. Some
how it
honey.
works.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that, and then I think as well, water. Because you very kindly changed the outfits of the professor, I think we've got some sailing suits.
Yeah.
It's like good sandals and whatnot. Wet weather. If one of us plunges in the water, we're not going to get cold too quickly. But that's it. In my head, it is very famous 5. We're sailing to the island, and so if a big storm happens, we're buggered. But we look great, Ginger beer done. There you go. Everything packed now.
Beautiful. I will say you and Chanteurs you begin to pack up the boat and you set off and you begin moving up or down river?
I think we should move upriver. Again, I can confirm this obviously when Shamini's back, but I feel like because the devastation of the vandalism that came from the water wheel and the school, then the water wheel, then I think we need to keep going upriver and see where. Yeah. Wait, no, you said something about the school and the internet. Yeah, we'll wait till Chanteuse is back. But my vote would be upriver, but maybe I've missed something. I feel maybe the changing of the banks that's the key thing. That's why people were angry.
Hello, Chanteuse. Fancy seeing you here.
We've got a sailboat, by the way. Yeah.
It's called the Wood Knot, and it's beautifully painted. Boomer did some lovely shaping of the boat. And you're preparing. Boomer has been getting the boat ready for you to go either up or down river. And it is time for you to have a conversation to decide where your journey is going to take you.
Yeah, I've suggested upriver. But I seem to recall, like, because they were shaping the bank, and you had a much of a connection with that. Maybe down. Basically, they've lost about a lot of oars here, so it feels like the continued vandalism goes upriver. But I'm up for wherever I venture.
I think that 3 points don't really point in a direction, so maybe the increased activity here indicates some sort of a source. I agree. Let us set out, Boomer. See what we will find.
All right, sounds like upriver. A ding little bell.
Okay, there's a little bell, and you set off. The wind takes the sails, and you begin your journey. And with that, we will end this week's episode of Mappa Mundi Off Balance. But we'll be back not only next week for the the second and last part, but also tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time. Fiona, what America time is that?
7 a.m. Central.
7 a.m. Central. Yay.
Breakfast.
Breakfast time. We will be chatting to George from Three Sails Studios about the game. So if you have any questions, please do join us or pop them in the chat now and we will get them to him, or tag us online and we will ask him. They will all be available afterwards. You can watch them whenever, so you will be able to catch up. Thank you so much for being here. You've all been great. Thank you so much, Shamini. Thank you so much, Fiona. Your characters are wonderful. Beavers are the evilest animals. That's definitely what's going on. I love beavers. Don't clip that. And yes, Shamini, Fiona, anything to add, anything to plug, anything we should be talking about?
Oh, I was wondering, do we want to do Patreon stuff? I've got it open if we need
to do that.
Let's do a nice Patreon shout out. I was just going to say, yeah.
Yeah, no worries, I can do that. Let me grab.
I tell you what, we've actually got 2 new patrons recently.
I saw.
So should we do those 2?
Can we?
Yes.
It's not in our official rules, but
It's
I would
not in the
love
rules,
to.
But I think because they're new and the others have definitely had a number of shout outs, I think these two deserve it.
Smalls. All right, let me.
I love it. Yes, please.
Hang on, let me redo this page because I definitely had it up there. Did it go? Hang on. I had it and now it's gone.
We'll roll for the second one. The second episode.
Roll for the second one. Yeah. So the newest person I believe is Caitlin Kriv.
Caitlin Kriv. Okay. How are we going to put you in the world of Leknitsa? Anyone? Ideas?
Well, I wonder, and maybe a nice thing rather than another child at the school. I wonder if maybe it's more of they are one of the chroniclers that have gone out with the.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they fine though, Emily? Are they fine? What if they get human sacrificed by a dog?
I don't know. They would do no harm to the dogs.
We can't let our patrons be human sacrificed by dogs.
Oh, here is Caitlin in the chat now. Hi, Caitlin. You can be a beaver. Yeah, you're also a beaver. There's 2 Caitlin Cribs in this world. One is a beaver, and one is off on as a guardian, off on a chronicler adventure to look into the Sampani. And
maybe they're the same one, and it's just the beaver has this like alter ego secret identity where they pretend to be human, and they're like, I'm a chronicler. Oh, no one knows I'm actually a beaver.
Yeah.
beaver.
Yeah.
Yes, great. A really smart beaver. No one's noticed
good.
yet.
No one's noticed.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
good.
Caitlin, for being a patron. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Okay, and then...
Yes, I just rolled for it, so I'm doing some counting. Oh, it is Chaotic Brain Person.
Oh, we've got another new one there recently.
Have we?
We could do chaotic as well. Let's do chaotic. You rolled for chaotic.
We'll do well, next time I'll make sure we got the new person gets it in the second one, so that's fine.
Oh, chaotic brain person. I think.
I wonder if
Go on. No, you go.
Chaotic Brain Person is a merchant making a mint of crumpet imports.
Heck yeah.
Just like rolling it in, like oh, I hear you guys didn't have any bread, huh? Have you heard of crumpets?
I mean, they take all my money. So
Look, that's it. Warburtons. He's chaotic brain person Warburton.
Wow. Yes, absolutely.
Warburton Brain Person.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. There you go. Good. Lovely. And I think let's do Tina as well, because I think Tina,
yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Tina is new.
Yay!
Tina can be, I think, like the person who makes honey in Neovod, and like her main customer is Sarah, who is just constantly coming in trying to buy more. And more.
So was she putting a jar of honey out, like a jar every day?
A little tub, with the lid off. Just on
like
the
how
side.
big? Like one of those mini jars that you get like
the hotels.
Not a mini jar, like a pot.
Yeah, that's
bloody hell.
Big size.
That's no one's going through that much honey.
That big frog probably is. As you said, it probably has diabetes.
Could have diabetes, frog. Yeah. Oh, let's look at him again. Should we look at his face?
Yeah, that was such a cool image.
How pretty. And look at his little beaver friend.
I genuinely was thinking, like, when you said like humanoid human person, because I've been reading Call of Cthulhu, I'm just like going like, oh, it's a really scary image, and then I'm like, no, this is fine. I can deal with a big frog person like this.
I can't. Oh, some of the art. Oh, Tina, hello, you're in chat. Hi, nice to see you. Yes, Tina, you are the honey seller of Neovod, and
also, well, maybe not as wealthy as the crumpet importers. Because if Sarah's your biggest customer, like, you know, we need to get more people. We need to get more people buying honey.
She does well enough, you know. She's got Sarah probably buying like 7 pots a week. You know, that isn't that's quite a lot of honey. Like that's basically. Yeah. I would say, how often do you buy a pot of honey? I probably buy a pot of honey
very rarely.
Once every few months, even unless I'm eating a lot of honey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's you know, Sarah is worth a lot of money to Tina. Tina needs Sarah to be doing well. Tina needs the bread to be back online.
It's like it's all an interconnected ecosystem.
Tina's buying into this whole thing. Yeah, Tina's definitely the one that's going, yes, the frog people, you should give the sacrifice. Yeah, so.
Yes. Lovely stuff. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being here on YouTube as well. This is something we're trying out. We're trying out our YouTube live, and it seems to be going well. We're enjoying it ourselves, but let us know if you prefer Twitch, if you like the YouTube. We would love to know, genuinely, because we're trying to work out what's best for us. And we also say, if you are subscribed to us on Twitch, please do not feel like you need to, unless you have Prime that you're not using, in which case we will take it. We'll steal that money from Bezos whenever. However, please do, you know, we'd much rather you just went to our Patreon if you're wanting to support us. You actually get extra content if you do it that way, so it's much better for you. So please feel free to cancel your Twitch subscriptions, and if you really still want to give us money, head on over to Patreon. That would be lovely. And if you
find out who
tiers, then you'll get extra content, and if you any tier, you will have a chance of a shout out on any of our streams.
So you can find out who Boomer and Shunters are based on.
Yep.
And you'll go like, oh yes, obviously.
Yes. We did a session 0, and it's quite a long session 0.
Is it?
So please go have, it's like 50 minutes I think we did. And you can go and watch that, and you can find out how we came up with these characters. I will say I changed a little bit of the story that I had in mind ahead of this. So some of the things I say on there won't be true. I'm getting a lot of good YouTubes. This is great. We're happy people like the YouTube. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been rambling, so we're going to go. Thank you all so much for watching. Where's the button? See you all.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 1 p.m.
See you tomorrow.
UK time. Goodbye.